our regular listeners who've joined me. We're 12 minutes away from kick-off here. You just heard that preview to radio. I've just questioned myself after I've said it. And the truth is, I do wish that the scoreline today will be 2-1 in Aldershot's favour. And I'd say that probably slightly more in hope than belief. But hopefully, the team that goes out there to start for Tommy Widrington and Aldershot Town has a tad more belief than I do in the team, and belief in themselves, and can go and, for want of needs must really, to hit a side in Scunthorpe while they're down and going down, and then give themselves a big opportunity to not go down themselves. Aldershot start the day in 20th place, just one place and 2 points ahead of Torquay United. One or two of you might have been keeping a close eye on the Barnet and Wrexham game this afternoon. You might think why? Well, obviously, yeah, the interest in the title race is one thing. Very good afternoon to John Bell in Germany. But looking ahead to the final day of the season, Torquay play at home to Wrexham. You don't want Wrexham going up there with the title already in the bag, do you? Not if you're a Shots fan. This one here will do you, mate. Yeah, give yourself a bit of room. I'm just being joined by Tyler Frost. I'll give him a couple of minutes to settle himself in, and then we'll get chatting to him. It's 10-3. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff here at the EBB, and we'll have a little chat about the Aldershot Town 11, and then a few thoughts on Scunthorpe as well. We've got well, quite a few players, upwards of 28 in their side, more than half the team, so a lot more experienced. But of course, what they experienced just 5 days ago was confirmation of relegation from the National League to the National League North. Very good afternoon to you, Tyler Frost. How you doing, Tyler?
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me back.
How did your little pre-match workout go?
No, that's a good sign. First time out there, and actually feel quite good right now. So it's more about seeing how I wake up tomorrow and hopefully push it again Monday, Tuesday to be back for next Saturday.
That would be awesome to see you back in amongst it. Until then, of course, the team's loss is our gain, and the BBC commentary team this afternoon. So, Tyler, I wasn't able to get to Eastleigh last Monday. A lot of character shown, 3 goals scored, which is good. Uncharacteristically, the team conceded a couple of set pieces, which they've been much better at this season. What was your take on that and the mood in the camp?
Yeah, it was the same amount of points as the game before, but felt more like a win than the game before. As the gaffer mentioned, disappointed at half-time. He came in and he still showed belief at half-time when the set pieces went in. It was stop those goals and stop those kind of goals going in, and we had the quality to score goals that day, and we showed it. I think that's the best as a front two the pair have looked, and it felt like a win. I know it wasn't a win, but when you come from behind 3-1 at half-time, you've got to look at the positives, cut out the silly goals, and that game was there for us to win. Absolutely.
And for Tav and Jack, there's nothing like getting your first goals to get you going as a striker, is there? And they'll be looking to get another one today in front of the home fans.
No, they were. I was massively pleased for them. They needed those goals. It's been a while coming, but now that they're off the mark, I can't see why they won't go and score again today. And the third goal, great work from Jack, stand out the back post for Tav. Their partnership seems to be growing in strength game by game. So, these last 4 games look promising if they can work together like they did in that game, because I thought they were exceptional.
It's a tricky one from Scunthorpe's point of view, isn't it? Just 5 days ago relegated from this league, back-to-back relegations for a club with a huge history. Jimmy Dean's come in, a successful manager at the league below with Peterborough Sports, and he's brought in some players from other clubs that maybe weren't getting a game. So Dean Rance from Dagenham, Sean Shields from Barnet, Danny Elliott from Boreham Wood, and Marcus Carver from Hartlepool. There's 6 players at least there, upwards of 28, so they've got experience, haven't they? How do you think it will be from Scunthorpe's point of view today? Is it kind of after the relegation, so it's not going to quite have the same momentum, or is it still key that they're playing for contracts, a lot of them, and playing for pride?
Yeah, no, I think the first and foremost, the manager's going to come here and say this isn't a game for us to get walked over. You've got to show them fans that are still making the trip for them why they've made the trip. They're not coming here to just roll over. They're coming here to drag us into that same position they're in at the end of the day. I think they'll find a little bit of pride in doing something like that. And as a player, you have to come to every game and still want to win. There's been 4 or 5 changes, I believe the gaffer said, and we've heard that their gaffers want to drag us into it. And the players playing today, a lot of them are playing for their long-term future at Scunthorpe and for next season. I heard the ones that aren't here today are the ones that they don't see a future with. So their players are definitely playing for something, maybe a lot more than maybe the fans might think they are. It'll be a tough game. They're going to come in with a bit of bite, a bit of vengeance. They're going to want to show, we've been relegated, but we're still a good team. We're still good footballers, and it's a chance for maybe 1 or 2 of their players to catch the eye of teams that are still in this division at the same time.
Yeah, talking of the Scunthorpe lineup then, Will Smith would normally play. He has got a virus, and Tom Pugh is suspended. But it still on paper looks like a decent team to me. There's a couple of players I don't know much about, Owen Foster the keeper and Finlay Shrimpton, but he's a youth player who's been sort of graduated. But at the back, Ben Richards, Everton, on loan from Everton. He's a big, strong centre-back. And Andrew Boyce, who Joe Partington will have played with at Eastleigh. He's the captain. Regan Ogle has played at Hartlepool, Accrington, Fylde and Altrincham. So pretty solid and experienced in defence. And Dean Rance is a former skipper of Aldershot Town. Sean Shields can do a bit on his day. Danny Elliott, 31 goals at Boston last year, but it hasn't quite worked for him at Boreham Wood. There's a number of players there with a point to prove, isn't there?
Definitely, the experienced players might suit better in this game for them, because they're the type to be like, no, we don't want to come here and get rolled over. That bit of that a young lad might think, it's the first time they've been through the experience, and be like, it's disappointing, and they'll be deflated and they think their season's over. But senior players seem to, they're the ones that you expect to get the younger players going in this type of game and have more of a reason to. No, I don't want people to think that we're not good. Like, they got that bit of bite, and it won't be an easy game today, as much as some people think it might be.
Absolutely, we've got our team sheets now.
But yeah, no, I know that Sean Shields, he's a good little player. When he wants to turn up, he can cause some problems. I think he's one to watch out for. Is he on loan?
Who's that, sorry?
The Sean Shields, is he on loan?
Sean Shields, 31-year-old ex-Weymouth and Ebbsfleet. I'm not 100% sure if it's loaned to the end of the season or if he's joined permanently. I know Elliott
wasn't he?
Elliott has signed an 18-month contract. I know that the ones that are here, even if they're on loans to the end of the season, they're in talks for a deal for next season.
Yep.
I don't have a note on whether Shields is permanent or a loan signing. If you're listening and you're interested, by all means, drop us a line and let us know. One to keep an eye on is on the other wing from Sean Shields, Dion Sembi Ferris. He's a 26-year-old, highly rated upcoming player that Jimmy Dean's brought up from Peterborough Sports with him. And he's probably yet to have some massive moments at this team and in this league, but he's one to keep an eye on. As for the shots, it's an unchanged 11. Is it an unchanged formation though? Do you know?
I believe it is an unchanged formation, same team. I think the gaffer said the second half the team showed enough to deserve the chance to go out and show it from the start in this game. He's reiterated that the first half against Eastleigh wasn't necessarily good enough, but the second half was a massive difference. And we showed that we can play, we can retain the ball, we can keep pressure, and it's more of that really. And I think he's shown the confidence in that 11 again to go and do it from the start of the game. Don't start in the second half.
Was there any formation change during the game at Eastleigh, or was it the same all the way through? Was it just?
No, I think it was just player personnel changes. Like Cordner went into holding midfield for a 5-10 minute spell.
All right, the teams are coming out now. So if you've just joined us since we started our little chit chat, I'm Rob Worrell. Alongside me is Tyler Frost, who's still out injured but on his way back. He's had a good workout before joining me today. The teams are on their way out. Aldershot in their home strip of red shirts, white shorts and blue socks. And Scunthorpe are in a pale all yellow strip with a little bit of their traditional claret and blue across the shoulders. Referee this afternoon is Matt Corlett. 13 games in the National League this season, 39 yellows and 2 reds. Fairly standard stats, that around about 3 yellow cards a game. Looking around at the support, well, not surprisingly really, it's not a huge turnout from Scunthorpe. I think it's going to be below 100, possibly around about 70 to 90 there. We'll confirm that midway through the second half. Welcome not just to our BBC Radio Surrey Sport listeners, but to our National League TV viewers as well. Not quite sure at what point they come across to us, so we'll say hello to them again in just a moment. But it's Rob Worrell for BBC Surrey and Tyler Frost, who is a current Aldershot Town player but out injured at the moment, and Tyler's joining me for the second home game on the trot because we rather enjoyed it last time, didn't we?
Yeah, it's a different kind of experience, different way to watch the game, and I think it's something I really enjoyed, and I'm glad you asked me to do it again this week. I'm proper excited for this game as well.
To some extent, you know, when you're a player and you can't play, even for any team at grassroots level, it's horrible watching, isn't it? Particularly so when you're in amongst the crowd and you can feel the tension. Does it help to relax you a little bit by doing the commentary rather than just watch?
Relax in a different way. I think it's a bit of nervous energy, but I'm able to voice it rather than sit there and bottle it up.
Yes.
No, it's a good way of watching the game. It's a different way. It's actually a kind of tactical as well. As you know, you want to give the listeners as much of an experience from outside the ground, and I like that side of it. And no, I do really enjoy it. It's something that I could definitely see myself doing in the future.
Good stuff. Both sides have gone into a huddle, and it's not always the case with some of the other teams, but Scunthorpe certainly have done, and Aldershot at the moment have taken the East Bank end for kick-off, and they are going to have kick-off Aldershot Town. Henry Ochieng is going to take it, and Aldershot will be kicking towards the community stand at the High Street end in the first half. The shots line up as follows: Luca Ashby Hammond in goal, Jordan Cordner and Minoga the centre backs, Harfield and Glover the wing backs, Ochieng and Partington in midfield, with Amaluza in advance of them trying to support Tavan Campbell and Jack Barham up top for the shots. Scunthorpe United in a 4-4-2, Owen Foster in goal, Leake, Richards, Everton, Boyce and Ogle across the back four, Shields, Shrimpton, Rance and Semby Ferris across the midfield, and Carver and Elliott up top. Richards Everton gets his head on that ball, heads it clear, only as far as Harfield, puts it back in. Barham chases for it, bounces once. Andrew Boyce will just hook it into touch, and a rather casual stoop forward from one of the spectators just to head it back into play. Didn't even get excited about his big moment there, just headed it back in. It'll be an Ollie Harfield throw. Amaluza on the move. He gets the ball with his back to goal, edge of the penalty area, touches it back, but it's only going to find a Scunthorpe player, and the ball is played up to Danny Elliott. He squares it, and Scunthorpe will look to break on the right hand side now. Harfield does really well with his tackle to win the ball, but it breaks free to Danny Elliott, who unusually for a centre forward is wearing the number 5 shirt. I guess it was vacant and he didn't want one of the high double numbers. Here is Dean Rance, former Aldershot Town captain, in possession for Scunthorpe, just exchanging passes with young Finley Shrimpton, former scholar at Scunthorpe. Aldershot have won the ball. We go back to Ashby Hammond, and he kicks it up towards halfway, where somehow or other Jack Barham manages to get the better of Ben Richards Everton. I bet that's the only time today that happens.
No, he does. Yeah. He's got a good leap for his size. He makes more of it than sometimes you expect him to.
Yeah, that's something you could very much apply, of course, to Ryan Glover as offsides given against Scunthorpe. Aldershot do so often tend to persevere with diminutive players, and I don't know, I guess because we had that 2/3 of the season, I know he was kind of going as you came in, but that presence of Effiong up front, and you at some point in time for next season, we hope, too late for this season, we hope that Aldershot will look to bring in a striker that really leads the line, really holds
definitely,
the ball
even though I didn't play with him, it's definitely something I sense that the team kind of we've taken a little while to adjust.
Campbell inside the area, sorry to cut you off, edge of the area, Campbell, nice smart turn, doesn't quite come off the second time. Apologies, Tyler. Looked like it might have been an opportunity there, a half chance, a quarter chance for Tavan Campbell. And here's Tyler Cordner spreading the ball out to the right side. Glover does keep it in. I didn't think he had, but he won his header. And Richards Everton heads it into touch. He looked well behind the line when he headed that, didn't he? But
got there just in time, I think.
Yeah, well, there is that Ryan Glover leap that we often refer to. Those blonde locks flowing through the air. Aldershot have a throw then, just in front of Tyler and myself, into the area. It's headed away by Richards Everton. And then Rance gets up in front of Partington and belies his height to win the next ball. And Corey Jordan just watches the ball disappear into touch. He's in the best goal scoring form in the side at the minute, Corey.
Yeah,
he's got two in the last 4, hasn't he? Here's Barham picking the ball up, edge of the area, gets an early cross in. There's not really anybody in there. It's cleared away by Ogle, only as far as Partington. He heads it into the path of Glover. Glover looks to go past his man, looks to get a cross in. It's cut out by Jake Leake, the 19-year-old Hull City loanee, and behind for a corner to the shots. And the shots have started on the front foot today.
Yeah, it was a little bit slow to start with, but now we're finally getting a bit of action in the goal mouth.
Yeah, Ollie Harfield's come over to take it at the High Street end, a left-footed in swinger. We are almost towards the end of the 4th minute here. Aldershot Town 0, Scunthorpe United 0. One hand in the air, and it comes from Harfield, headed away, back in. Glover finds Harfield onto his left foot. He's going to look to do another cross, so he finds Glover. Glover has work to do. Left foot across the far post. Oh, it's literally drifted through the corridor of uncertainty, just over Barham and Campbell, and just in front of Corey Jordan. What a delicious ball that was from Glover, Tyler.
Great chop onto his left foot. The fullback thought he was going down the line, sold him, chopped it inside, an absolute peach of a cross. Oh, that's unfortunate to not get on the end of that.
Honestly, any kind of touch from any of those 3 players, but it was in front of
in front of every single one of them, wasn't it?
Literally, honestly, and we were looking right down that corridor of uncertainty, and my goodness me, that was a Aldershot going close without getting an effort in. Here's Elliott onto a loose ball, left-hand side of the penalty area now, up against Jordan. Tries a little step over, cross to the far post, and it's out of play behind the goal. Elliott, who started for Boreham Wood, he'd been out on loan at Gateshead. He went back to Boreham Wood, where he'd scored a few goals earlier in the season, had a good spell at Gateshead, and now he's come out to Scunthorpe on a permanent deal, and he'll be looking to get his scoring going for them. He hasn't scored yet for Scunthorpe. And well, we wish him all the best. We hope that scoring run doesn't start today, don't we? East Bank's looking pretty full this afternoon. That's
feels a little bit nervy, doesn't it, though?
It's very nervy in the ground. There's no doubt that the team are going to have to go out there and get the first goal in order to build. Campbell sends the ball out to the right side to Glover. Glover with the ball into Campbell now. Can he make room for a shot? He turns nicely, gets his shot away, and it's just wide. Straight down the same corridor, Tyler.
Yeah. Unlucky, not the best contact. I think the keeper had it covered.
So 6 minutes gone, and Aldershot have come close on a couple of occasions.
Can already see we've got to get the ball to this right side to Glover, I think, and if he can keep getting the balls in the box, I think we'll find some joy.
I think that's the encouraging thing so far. It bodes well. Aldershot look as if they will be able to get in against this Scunthorpe side. They've conceded 80 goals in the National League this season. Relegated, of course, last Monday. Here Harfield's in a battle. I beg your pardon, Minoga is in a battle with the number 27 Dion Sembi Ferris. Ball's gone in touch, and Haji Minoga's done really well to get the throw for the shots. Some other stats on Scunthorpe. They're the sort of stats that Aldershot fans will hold their head and go, oh no. Not one away since the 21st of January. To be fair, Aldershot haven't won here since the 4th of February in the National League. They've only won 1 away game all season, but they have drawn 7 away, and I hate to say it, Tyler, because I don't want to crank up the pressure, but a draw is not really good enough for Shots today. It has to be a win, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think there's any masking it in any sort of way. I think 3 points is almost, I don't know how to say it, but we need to, a must. I think
you don't want to make it a must, but it is. I think what's nothing's going to be decided today,
no.
For sure. Whatever happens here, whatever happens at Torquay, but Aldershot can take a big step towards it today. They have that opportunity again. Dorking Wanderers have gone 1-0 down at home to Altrincham. They're not totally safe yet. They're one of 3 teams coming into today on 49 points that probably just want to see a 5 at the beginning of their total. The 50, of course, that Ross McNeely referred to so many times. Ball's back with the young goalkeeper Owen Foster at the moment. He's going to kick from his feet now, just outside of his penalty area. He's flicked on really well.
Great cover from
by, I think it's the number 11, Marcus Carver. He's just feeling his kidneys after that one. Ball's forward again. Haji Minoga heads it clear. Rance heads it into a position of safety. And Campbell battles well against Richards Everton. Glover picks up the ball, takes it nicely, thinks about an early ball inside. Doesn't quite come off on this occasion. He's had a lively start though, Glover, and he looks like he could be a key player this afternoon for the Shots. The ball's in touch again. And the very smartly dressed Tommy Widrington, who just slicks down the back of his hair as well. I don't think he's as old as he looks, you know. He only quit playing about 12 years ago. Ball in from Leake, up towards Elliott. He heads it back to Sean Shields. Shields, of course, who knows Ollie Harfield well. And there's a foul by a Scunthorpe player in the back of Haji Minoga. Just caught heads, Carver jumping into the back of Minoga. Minoga's up, holding and rubbing his head, but he's absolutely fine. And after 9 minutes, it remains Aldershot Town 0, Scunthorpe United 0. Jimmy Dean, the Scunthorpe United manager, is track-suited. He's contracted for next season, and he wants the opportunity to take Scunthorpe forward in that division, a division that he's managed really successfully in this season with Peterborough Sports. They came up from the National League, from the division below, and have had a really, really good season establishing themselves. Campbell just overdoing it a little bit there in possession. Scunthorpe go back to Richards Everton, and now they play their way forward. Shields has missed his control. Carver again might just have, well, he did catch Jordan, but I think he got to the ball first. It'll be a throw in to the Shots. Rob Worrell and Tyler Frost here for you today for BBC Radio Surrey Sport and the National League TV. Big game between the Shots and Scunthorpe. Massive, certainly for Aldershot. Maybe not so for Scunthorpe, but for their pride, for their contracts that they're playing for the manager, who's only been here since the end of January. Plenty to motivate themselves. Here's Amaluza, tries to get a cross in. It's well blocked by...
nice idea, quick throw in there.
Yeah, quick throw in taken by Aldershot. It's going to bounce just into touch again here now. It does indeed. Glover will take. 2-0 up now, Altrincham at Dorking. Here's Amaluza going across the line, pulls it back, it's missed by a couple of people. Ochieng shoots, big deflection, pushing. Will a big free kick be given? Yeah, pushing was by Aldershot. And for the third time in the first 11 minutes, Tyler, the Shots go close. Ochieng shot blocked.
Yeah, we look exciting at the minute when we get in there. That was good work from Justin. You know, you want Henry to maybe put his foot through that a bit more, but it's another chance.
Okay, goal kick, free kick, whatever you like, to Scunthorpe United. We're going to update our radio listeners now. Yeah, 11 minutes gone, and it is 0-0. Scunthorpe United on the attack at the moment. Let's just deal with that first. In fact, now they've gone sort of backwards. But the Shots have come close 3 times, Joe, in the opening 11 minutes. Glover dropped a delicious ball into the corridor of uncertainty that just missed contact with 3 different players. And it's a free kick to Aldershot on the edge of their own area now. Then Tarvin Campbell drove a shot just wide, and then Ochieng's had a shot blocked just before you joined us. So it's been a really lively start for Shots. They look on the front foot, they look confident, and they look like they've got the opening up of this porous Scunthorpe United defence. But 12 minutes very nearly in, Joe. It remains Aldershot Town 0, Scunthorpe 0. Goal kick to the Shots. Taken down nicely by Campbell, exchanges passes with Barham, plays it into the path of Harfield. Can he get a shot away? Deflection! And into the grateful clutches of Owen Foster. One of those occasions, Tyler, where the deflection worked for the defending side.
Yeah, it did. Really nice work. Tavs looked really lively to start this game. Held the ball up well. Like we said in the last game, they maybe weren't doing the best. They've held the ball up well. Good 1-2 with Jack. Slots it in for Ollie, and just maybe not the best contact again, but good, lively start.
Takes me back to the Gary Waddock days, Aldershot having 4 chances in the opening 12 minutes, but sadly, frustratingly, for the nerves and the tension amongst the EBB faithful, it still remains goalless. And Scunthorpe with the ball over the top there, being chased by Sembi Ferris. He's offside. But do you know what? Although Aldershot have carved out those 4 opportunities, there's been at least three occasions where I think Scunthorpe have broken forward with menace. I think it's going to be quite an open game, Tyler, isn't it?
Yeah, they seem to be trying to get us on the counter-attack. I know what you're saying, it hasn't led to anything for Scunthorpe, but you would say they're getting over the top, they're making nice runs. That was just offside there, which you've got to keep your eye on things like that.
Yeah, they don't have a huge amount of goals within the team. Their best hope of goals will likely be Danny Elliott, although he's yet to open his account for Scunthorpe. He is in double figures for the season just from his spells at Gateshead and Boreham Wood in all competitions. Boyce beats Harfield in the air there. Harfield thinks it should be an Aldershot Town throw. Cordner goes to get the ball and then decides to leave it because it won't be an Aldershot Town throw.
Must have come off the back of volley.
Yeah, I think it must just skimmed off his head. Good afternoon to David Miles, who's oh no, Torquay have gone 1-0 up against York already. Torquay 1, York 0, which puts them in the live league table level on points with the Shots. And you just felt it would happen. The Torquay side 4 wins on the trot. York a little bit of a rudderless ship at the minute. Dorking have pulled a goal back against Altrincham, and it's Boreham Wood 1, Wealdstone 0, George Broadbent. Cairo Mitchell scored for Eastleigh at Chesterfield. And as I say, good afternoon to, well, let's just come to that in a minute. Cordner takes the ball on his chest, should deal with it. Back onto his right foot, now he clears long out to the right hand side looking for Glover, who can't control the ball, and it's played off of Glover by Jake Leake, and it deflects into position where Dean Rance can now pick it up for Scunthorpe. Yeah, good afternoon, I was going to say to David Miles, who's listening from the little sandpit, as he calls it in Bahrain. Keep up the good work, needing the points today. Here's Campbell spreading it out to the left hand side, looking for Harfield, but he can only find Ogle, and Harfield deflects Ogle's clearance forward, and it's given us a throw to Scunthorpe, which is interesting because I thought we had a pretty good idea and that should have been a goal kick, but
yeah,
ref's giving it as a throw. Yeah. Halifax 1, Maidstone 0. Goals all over the place elsewhere, 0-0 here, and most importantly in terms of Aldershot Town's battle for survival is Torquay United 1, York City 0. Neil Hawkins says, come on you mighty Shots, let's get a massive W today. Even a little W will do, Neil. Goal difference wise, the Shots are currently 5 better than Torquay, or they were at the start of play. That's down to 4 already. Very good afternoon to John Bell in Germany, and any stray Shots that are listening, I know that John Bell is currently putting together a map of where all the Facebook group stray Shots are. Here's Campbell picking the ball up edge of the area, fortunate deflection, spreads it across to Glover. Can he get it down and get a shot in? He does, but the power's on it, but it's well wide. He's absolutely dead centre in front of goal, and he's almost taken the scoreboard out with the shot. I think in fairness to Ryan, Tyler, he had to get his shot away quickly. He snatched at it.
His first touch wasn't the greatest. I think that's what didn't allow him to get the shot off quicker. It kind of got away from him, then he was rushing to get towards it before the defender. I think he'd be disappointed with the first touch more than the shot. But
16 minutes gone and Aldershot have had 5 chances. Jack Barham shuts down Jake Leake in possession. He goes out for a throw, but again the warning signs are there for Scunthorpe. Barham and Tavern Campbell, to me, in the opening 15 minutes, look a foot taller. They look quicker. They look livelier. All on the back of scoring their first goals for the Shots last week at Eastleigh. Here is Scunthorpe in possession with Sembi Ferris. Knocks it back to Rance. Rance goes back to Ogle. And an opportunity for a quick counter-attack maybe is spurned. Here's Tyler Cordner taking the ball under possession. Plays it inside to Ashby Hammond, who not only showed well but must have called for it as well. Campbell can't win it in the air, but the ball breaks to Scunthorpe player. Leake's got it now. He squares it to Rance, who goes back to Richards Everton, who's played against Aldershot this season for Yeovil in that game that Aldershot won 2-0 at Hewish Park. Here's Owen Foster clearing. That's not a good one. He can only find Barham via Partington, who's fouled. by Finlay Shrimpton. First,
good.
here's
Free
Glover
kick.
running the ball, direct edge of the areas, get to the byline now. He can pick his cross, drives it across, and it misses everybody again. And you have to feel, it seemed like the right decision from Glover, but Aldershot just didn't get enough back, forward, left and right. And, well, everything's been positive from the shots so far in the opening 18 minutes, but it remains 0-0. Tyler.
So again, it's another great chance, a great attack, great chance. Just that last little bit isn't connecting with someone inside the box. You know, there's been 2 or 3 chances. If we could just pick someone out maybe ever so slightly better, not saying it was a bad cross or the wrong decision, just that final little bit, maybe even a little bit more composure, a little bit more time, take that extra second, and but the break there is encouraging.
That's Tyler Frost. I'm Rob Worrell, and you listen to BBC Radio Surrey Sport, and also National League TV, or possibly as well as, or instead of, whatever. Any combination of the above will work. But you're here, joining us here at the EBB Stadium, where it's Aldershot Town 0, Scunthorpe 0. Scunthorpe misplaced pass. It'll be a throw in to the shots. We're being asked for the link again, as it's Steve Ray's birthday. I've sent it to him. I won't wish him a happy birthday just yet, because he's obviously not listening until he clicks that link. Jack Barham flicks the ball on, and Richards Everton is holding off Campbell off the ball. But great to see an assistant referee spotting something, flagging it and telling his ref, because frustrated me all season that sometimes they just don't have the remit to do that, do they?
Yeah, it looked very unnecessary as well. I don't think Tav was going to get it. I think the fullback had him covered, but you know, maybe Tav brought that a little bit more. But no, it's good to see, you know, that they can make a decision, like you say. Sometimes the ref can't see everything, so no, it's a good decision. Yeah,
good decision by the referee, Matt Corlett, to tell his assistants that they can flag for things like that, because some of them don't. It is their decision. Corlett puts the spray down 10 yards away. It'll be a 2-man wall for Scunthorpe. Harfield, I think, will probably be favourite to swing this in left-footed. The defensive line's on the edge of the penalty area. Glover and Harfield are just 10 yards in front of us here in the north stand. And up steps Glover. He plays it into Barham, who tries to get a foot on it. Scunthorpe play it off of Barham, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And it's yet another moment of bad luck for the shots, with a nice, bright, lively idea from the kick.
I think it's nice to see, you know, I think the fans want to see bright ideas. It's not just the whip. It hasn't worked, but that's twice now we played a quick free kick that has nearly led to something. It's not a bad idea.
Absolutely. I think it'll all be good as long as, from an Aldershot Town point of view, they do go and get the first goal. It could really spiral from there, but they need to get it, and they need to be aware of a Scunthorpe United side that are hurting from back-to-back relegations, and they're full of players in their side that want to be playing for the Iron next season. Here's the ball lifted forward by Minoga. Richards Everton will win it, but it's taken down by the chest of Partington, who again finds Glover in a bit of space. He can go one-on-one again against the left back. Little ball into Amaluza. He squares it. Again, it's past everybody, and I can't quite believe it. I don't understand really, if I'm honest, why that ball's being tried if everybody's in advance of it. Maybe it means that Glover before and Amaluza are just not looking up. And look at Tommy Widrington drive it across the face of the goal. He's saying, don't pull it back there. And you can see his point. Not only is that nearer to the goal for a touch to go in, Tyler, but that's where the shots players are running to.
Yeah, no, and also Justin is in the 10 hole, so if he's cutting it back, most of the time it'd be him on the edge of the box, and maybe we probably can afford to get one of our two in Henry or Joe to get onto the edge of the box themselves, but it's probably there. Should have been a smash across the box. You can get a goal from an own goal in those situations too.
Yeah, Glover does well again to win a 50-50 with Leake, and the ball is free to Jack Parham, who plays it back to Corey Jordan. Now ball over the top. That should be easy for Boyce. Campbell buffers him and just gets his head on it, but it goes straight back to Owen Foster. So Widrington very animated. He's frustrated at the moment, but he's got to be pleased with the performance in the opening 22 minutes. It's been all Aldershot. And 4 or 5 notes on my pad.
Sorry to cut you, but
Yeah,
Torquay have gone 2-0 up as well,
Wow.
which doesn't help our cause right now.
It doesn't, but Aldershot have got to take things into their own hands now. And York City, to be fair, aren't quite safe yet. They're one of those teams on 49
No, and they've got
points.
us as well, so if we do manage to get a win today against them, it becomes a massive game again.
Yeah, it's the only consolation really if Torquay do win that game today.
It means more teams they'll be fighting for it in the last 3 games.
Safety in numbers, they say. Throw in for Scunthorpe, taken down the line. Carver and Glover holding each other. Partington heads it to Ochieng. And the ball comes off of Jack Barham last. And it's a throw in to Scunthorpe. You got another score?
That's finished. That was earlier, my bad.
Oh yeah, Wrexham and Barnet 0-0. Yeah, Wrexham.
I saw a red card on the
10 men. Yeah, Kyle McFadzean. So the title race, Notts County will believe, is not over. And really, with Torquay having their resurgence, you really don't want Wrexham wrapping that title up before the last day of the season.
Nope.
When Torquay go to Wrexham. Here's Shrimpton picking the ball up in midfield for Scunthorpe. He feeds Ogle on the right-hand side, the former Hartlepool Accrington Fylde and Alty right back. He's fed Sembley Ferris. Ball inside from Sembley Ferris and crosses over from Scunthorpe, and it's hooked over the top by Danny Elliott. The first chance of the afternoon for in fact we very nearly, first opportunity of the afternoon, Cameron, and the 24th minute there for Scunthorpe as Danny Elliott, who's striving for his first goal for Scunthorpe, having scored goals for Gateshead and Bournemouth in the National League this season. He just had a half chance and hit it over the top. Prior to that though, Aldershot with a succession of half chances themselves. They've broken Scunthorpe's defensive lines really well, but in each and every time, despite getting players forward, it's been played just in front of them, just behind them. It's kind of frustrating, but it is a dominant performance from the shots, and you have to believe that sooner or later that first goal will come. We're 24 and a half minutes in here at the EBB, and it's Aldershot Town 0, Scunthorpe United 0. Throw in to Scunthorpe, just inside the Aldershot half. Back to Leek, tries a ball into the feet of the number 32, Sean Shields, and Henry Ochieng comes away with the ball for the shots, drives it forward into a position of space, and it'll drift into touch, and Richards Everton coming across to take it, and just that little warning sign there from Danny Elliott, wasn't there, Tyler?
Yeah, we have to stay absolutely 100% focused at the back. We can't allow any sort of easy way through, something silly to cost us and put us behind, you know what I mean?
Yep, one of the members of the Altrincham management team the Scunthorpe management team just taking off one of his tops. The sun's out here at the EBB. It's fresh, I'd say. It's certainly not warm. Ochieng wins that one. Just plays it back to Cordner. Cordner sweeps it into the path of Harfield, nicely in front of him actually. And again, Glover free on this side if they want to look for him, and they do again. It's a good ball from Ochieng, and Glover takes the ball down. He can go one-on-one. Oh, he's just got that one wrong on this occasion, and Leek comes away with the ball, and good tackle there from Ochieng. He's having a good start today. Partington looks for Amaluza, but he's just a little bit too far ahead of him. And Aldershot showing all the willingness, all the energy, all the desire and the endeavour. And yet, you've guessed it, the one thing missing is that little bit of quality. They've got themselves a throw now on the left-hand side. You'd like to think that even without the quality, if they keep up this rate and determination, surely something's got to give.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Certainly would. Solihull Moors 1, Yeovil Town 0. I think Yeovil are as good as done, not mathematically, but that may be confirmed either today or in midweek. Hello to Jill and Baz Watram and Alfie, just giving you guys a shout out in Sheffield. Thanks for tuning in. Aldershot have the ball on halfway. Corey Jordan plays it on the floor to Amaluza, who wasn't in Tommy Widrington's first starting 11, was last week at Eastleigh, Probably needs a good game this afternoon. Certainly got it in him. Here's Partington threading the ball into him. Nice touch and control from Amaluza, and he breaks forward. He's down the right hand side. Now he's to the edge of the penalty area. Tries a little ball into the far post. It's over everybody. Can Harfield keep it in? He can't. Right down by the corner flag. It'll be a throw in the right back position to Ogle. Good signs there from Amaluza, but he just didn't quite get the weight of the ball in.
Yeah, he'll be looking to a little bit more of that. He's really good at picking up the ball deep and driving, and then once he gets to top speed, he's almost unstoppable.
You have to give huge credit to Gary Johnson. So many Torquay fans wanted him sacked. My opinion's always been, if you sacked him at this stage of the season, you had to bring a manager in to keep you in the league. Who would you go? Ooh, Gary Johnson? they've saved themselves the work, just kept him there, and he's changed it so many times, but they've come up with a winning formula now. 4 wins on the trot, 2-0 up against York, who, as Tyler pointed out, still have to play Aldershot and have played a game more as well. So one of those teams on 49 points that are not quite safe yet in the National League. Aldershot,
3 teams on it right now.
Yeah, they can only dream of 49 points at the minute. Aldershot still on 45. Remember Ross McNeely talking about it when they were on 40. They got the win against Southend, in which Tyler got the winning goal. Thank you for that, Tyler. Since then, 2 draws is all they've been able to muster in the next 5 or 6 games. So goals, other than the 3 last week at Eastleigh, and points have been hard to come by. Here's Ashby Hammond looking for Glover. Leake beats him in the air this time. Partington loses out to Shrimpton. Shrimpton loses out and claims a foul, nothing given. Rance plays the ball into the path of Ogle, sorry. But I thought there might have been a foul on Harfield there. He's taken a kick to his foot, but I think the referee accepted Ogle was kicking the ball. Shot don't need to be losing Harfield again now. I know they do have Kenlock, who's been superb in the couple of games he played. I noticed that he is on the bench today with McCoyd and Jai Rowe, Hutchinson and Class. I think that's the same unchanged lineup on the bench.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same starting 11 and bench. Yeah. No, Miles was ill for I think the first week of the manager, so it makes it a bit tough once manager's had a week of ideas. A bit like myself being out, I kind of says, you miss a week or 2 of his ideas and you're already behind. Yeah.
Obviously, we don't know what's going to play out today yet, and who might get on the pitch off the bench. But I'd think that if you're available next Saturday, you'd have a great chance of making at least the bench because of the fact that you can play in several positions. What about Wednesday at Wealdstone? Is that too soon, or is it a possibility? It's a possibility.
Is it Wednesday?
Sorry, Tuesday. Beg your pardon. Tuesday at Wealdstone. Is that day too soon?
I would believe.
Who knows?
I'd say yes, but
the manager and the physio stuff might look differently. But you never know. You never know. Let's deal with this. What we got in front of us right now. Glover back to Corey Jordan into a channel looking for Barham, who does well. Comes off his man, holds it up, plays it into Glover. Amaluza can spread the ball out to Harfield now, but he gets the weight of that wrong, and it leaves Tommy Widdrington hopping mad. But Tyler Cordner to the rescue. He's come bombing through, won the ball. Harfield can get the cross in, and that goes into touch. And Amaluza is one of those players who's going to frustrate you when it doesn't go wrong, but you do have to persevere with him because he's got moments of quality. 8 goals this season, I think half a dozen assists as well. And I think he's probably a little bit nervy. He's probably trying too hard. Here's Cordner. Nice swivel. Can't get his cross in though. It's blocked by Scunthorpe and played up to Danny Elliott. Elliott goes back to Sembi Ferris. Carver involved, Rance, and then back to Boyce and Ogle. And talking of Ogle, moving on, Carver with the ball in, Ogle with the ball forward, but cut out by Aldershot, and then Partington gets his cross all wrong, and more frustration for the Shots faithful who are watching on nervously, and Tommy Widdrington, who's very animated so far this afternoon.
It's very nervy in here. There's a lot of tension. Yeah,
I think what he feels at the moment is the game plan's kind of working in terms of Aldershot's dominance and chances, but they're not getting anything away. Even the fans, they're kind of, they want to get behind the team. I know they do, but when you're nervy like that, it's hard to. I think we need a goal to settle everyone. Absolutely, and I know we've seen with this group of players, they never give up trying, but they have been known to try too hard. Campbell there with a foul on Finlay Shrimpton. I don't know if you've been playing in a home game where you've kind of felt it like that. There's almost the balance of desire and passion almost outweighs just the little bit of composure and quality, doesn't it?
It's a results game as well. You know, we don't have to play well, but if we leave and win, the fans will leave happy.
Okay, Richards Everton with a free kick on halfway, right into the heart of the shots area. Tyler Cordner wins the header, and it breaks loose to Amaluza. He turns. Can he get this next pass right? He fakes to go one way, then the other. Turns back inside. He's still got the ball, but Scunthorpe have got themselves in a little bit of a good shape, and they've won the ball back now. Haji Minoga may have fouled his man. They're nothing given. Partington sticks a foot in and wins the ball, but it breaks loose again. Elliott will pick it up. And they will continue their attack with Leake, who spreads the ball across to midfield, where it's picked up by Shrimpton. Shrimpton will spread it further wide to Ogle. And Aldershot trying to keep 2 players up at all times, but Scunthorpe just with the ball on the edge of the final third. Good turn from Elliott, and then a poor touch. It's cleared away by Corey Jordan, but it is kind for Leake, who puts it into the far post, and it's completely and utterly missed. Just 7 yards out on the right side of the goal by Dion Sembi Ferris, who can't believe it. He looked composed. He let fly with his right foot, expecting to see the ball hit the net, and a big chance goes spurned for Scunthorpe as well. Half an hour gone, 33 and a half gone, 0-0.
That's a huge let off. He's missed the ball there. You know, he's made the Scunthorpe fullback or winger has made a great run at the back post. It's a good ball. We've not say we switched off. It's just made good movements, and I think we're very fortunate he's missed the ball, because if he gets contact with the ball, we could be in trouble.
Okay, goal kick from Ashby Hammond. Big leap. Everton Richards Everton even wins the header. Then Amaluza wins the next one. Richards Everton again. And then is headed into the path of Partington. Campbell gets the ball under control, but it's just poked away from him. Glover works back hard to try and win it. It's picked up by Partington. Partington tries a bit of skill. I think it comes off him. It does. And Corey gets a bit of advice from Widrington, and it goes into touch, throw in to the visitors, and right in front of us it is, taken by Jake Leake. Not the easiest name, doesn't flow off the tongue that. Ball's given away. Glover spreads it across to the left hand side. It's taken down beautifully by Ollie Harfield, who's bought himself a bit of time and space. Now he's shut down by Sembi Ferris. Plays the ball back to Ochieng. Aldershot not quite the same momentum they had earlier. Is Cordner playing the ball down the line. Is a battle, and Amaluza is judged to have fouled Dean Rance.
A little bit scrappy last 10 minutes.
Certainly is. Message in from Richard Bartlett, a long-term Shots fan. He said he sat at the top of Quantux in Somerset on a warm sunny day, supping a nice cold cider and listening in. What could be better? Oh yes, a couple of shots, goals and 3 points, please. Hello to all the right-siders at the East Bank. Here's Barham, picking pockets to the edge of the area, shoots, parried away, and it'll be cleared to safety by Scunthorpe. And Widrington again is hopping mad. I don't know whether he feels he should have passed to Campbell there.
I think just this little pass to Tab opens that goal, opens it up more for him. Oh. That's the best chance of the game. That's a really good chance, and it was good work from Jack to win the ball for us. So he probably saw it as, I've done the work, I'm going to take the shot.
Absolutely. If you're a striker and you win the ball there and you're in front of goal and you scored last week, you get your shot away.
Nice, excellent pressure.
No issue with that. We know about Jack Barham. We know he's going to be a single-minded striker. Here he is on the ball again, holding it up.
Good play.
And squaring it well this time to Ryan Glover. Is Tavan Campbell going to show for it? He is. Can he hold it up inside the area? It's just 6 yards out. Holds it up. Can he get a shot away? He does. Deflection. Follow up.
Yes!
Goal! Tavan Campbell for the shot. Who knows how big that goal could be in the 36th minute. It's Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe United 0.
Yes, come on. Oh, the first one came straight back to him, took a touch off his chest and volleyed into the far corner. A great finish. Great run before. All round good play. It's been the last 5 minutes played a bit better again, picked up, and we deserve that goal.
Every time he's got it today, Tavan Campbell has tried to turn to make a chance for himself. On this occasion, he got his shot away. It was blocked. But for the first time, a clearance rebounded to an Aldershot player, and it was Campbell, and he made no mistake with his left foot finish.
No, it was an excellent finish. The second one was perfect, right into that far corner. you can, like you said in the first 10 minutes, you can see that little bit of spark in Jack and Tav today, and maybe we haven't seen here at the EBB since they signed for the club, and it's good to see. And I did say now he's off the mark, he'll probably keep going.
You'd have to hope so. Campbell, who's at Rochdale at the minute. Rochdale, who are looking shoo-ins to come down to the National League next season. And we know, of course, that Tarvin Campbell can score goals after his prolific run for Woking a couple of seasons ago before he joined Rochdale. So that has relieved a bit of the tension. The next job, Tyler, for Aldershot Town is to get through the next 8 minutes to half-time, and just with that 1-0 lead at least, because holding on to leads has not been a strong point for Aldershot Town across the season. I know a lot of that was before you came, but
since I've been here, I think we've gone up in the lead a few times at home and conceded, but I think that goal's come at a good time. Hopefully get to half-time and then reset. Gaffer will get into him no matter what. And
Barham battling well for it, wins it, finds Campbell. Glover with a cross to the far post. Harfield heads it back in, comes off of Ogle, and Ocheng tries to pick it up. It breaks loose. Cordner gets there first, and now all of a sudden the adrenaline on the pitch is flowing into the crowd, and the crowd back to the players
singing.
But composure is required, because Scunthorpe have occasionally looked dangerous on the counter-attack, but Aldershot definitely are going to create chances against this relegated Scunthorpe side this season. In my ears, I can hear Crawley taking the lead in League Two.
One of my good friends has just scored.
Yeah, one of Tyler's friends has scored, and he's just heard it live on air. Who is that?
Ashley Naddison, I believe.
Ashley Naddison has scored for Crawley, and of course they're in that same battle with Rochdale
they are.
and the like. Widrington tries to calm himself down with a swig of water. He wants that first Aldershot Town win. He wants that first home win under his tenure.
Also in some good news, I don't think we missed it, York got one back against Torquay.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But then when you mention it about them winning might suit us, actually now I'm thinking I don't know what I want that score to be.
Yeah, exactly. A draw would be all right. That would probably be the best result with that one. Aldershot have fallen so far down the pecking order now. They're last to do the radio updates, but we will tell our radio listeners shortly about that first goal for the Shots. Here's Harfield doing well to control the ball. Goes back to Cordner. Cordner and Jordan picking the ball up in so much space at centre-back today, with Minoga playing down the middle. Amaluza battles with Richards Everson. The ball goes all the way back to Owen Foster. And Scunthorpe, well, let's see how they respond, as well as the Shots after the Shots have got that vital first goal. Ball's drifted into touch.
Yeah, the crowd are lifted.
Just going to do the radio update. Sorry, Tyler. Yes, we have news. It's positive news. It's red and blue news. It's been coming. It's fair to say the Shots have totally dominated the first half, Joe, but everything had broken down with the last pass or the last effort, but not so on 37 minutes. A counter-attack at the time from the Shots. Good ball out to Glover on the right-hand side, and he got a run inside the penalty area from Tavan Campbell. Received the ball with a back to goal, a lot to do. He tried to turn in a shot, and that shot was blocked, but the ball came back to him and he stroked it first time left-footed beyond the despairing dive of Owen Foster, and the Shots have a precious lead. Just stay with us for a second, Joe, because they're on the counter-attack here with Jack Barham, and it's Tavan Campbell then with his second goal in a week, as Aldershot almost dispossessed Scunthorpe in their own penalty area, but I digress, Joe. 41 minutes gone, and the Shots have a precious lead, 1-0 to the Shots. Right, Ogle in possession, 41 minutes. I don't know if you can remember it now, but you were about to make a point as I went to radio.
No, I cannot remember it.
No, that's okay. You make me feel better, because that happens to me all day long.
In the moment, comments.
So 3.5 minutes plus whatever's added at half time, and Widrington in consultation with his assistant manager. Again, he's not happy about something. Look, he's hopping mad.
Searching for perfection.
Yeah, Sembi Ferris back to Shrimpton to Leak to Shields, who is somebody who's really impressed me in the past, Sean Shields, at Weymouth and at Barnet.
Yeah.
Hasn't really done much going really in the first half. ahead of him, Glover's had a field day, and behind him, Corey Jordan's had lots of time on the ball. But here's Sembi Ferris inside on this occasion. Squares the ball to Shrimpton. Shrimpton to Rance. Rance spreads it out to the left-hand side to Leek. Leek cuts inside. Glover goes to ground and wins the ball. And he'll come away with it now. He needs a nice early run. He could have done with more of a run there from Amaluza, who's sort of striding gingerly forward. Now he makes the run into a pocket of space. He can go one-on-one against Rance on the edge of the penalty area. Squares it in. Oh, it's a poor one. Cut out by Richards Everton. Again, all the shots players were up there. Barham and Tarvin Campbell. Glover getting himself in there. Harfield was up there as well. And it's almost like, from his body language, Widrington can see what they're not getting right, you know, to add to an awful lot that they are getting right today.
Yeah, he hasn't seemed too happy this half.
Barham shutting down Richards Everton. Again, nearly dispossessing him. Go back to the keeper. That's a heavy touch. Cleared away. Elliott comes off his man, Minoga, and feeds the ball to Shrimpton. Shrimpton's going to get away from Partington. He's going to feed in Sembi Ferris on the right hand side. Deflection up in the air, caught by Ashby Hammond, and so Aldershot won't have to defend a corner. And we are now in the 44th minute. We've got a minute and a half plus whatever is added on by our referee Matt Corlett. Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe United 1. And as Tyler Frost updated you recently, it is Torquay 2, York City 1. So there'll be some nerves and some tension at Torquay again. They've conceded a lot of late goals this season, so you just need York to be in that one till the end, ideally. Tyler's got a bit of a theory that York aren't safe yet, and he's absolutely right. But I think we'd take a 2-2 draw there, wouldn't we, in that one?
Yeah, because that means when we play them, if we're able to beat them, we could catch them.
Yeah. Shots coming into the game on 45 points. And we're not talk about how many they've got until they've got some more. Throw in from Scunthorpe. Corner heads the ball into touch.
I know this manager here, he's massive on not looking at other results himself. He always comes and says, at the end of the day, we've got to do what we can do. It doesn't matter what the other people do as long as we do what we go out to do. Yeah,
I always felt that, I think Ross McNeely did as well, that 50 points would be safety, and I still concur. There might be a freak situation where you need 51 or the better goal difference, but it'll all become clearer as we go through the next couple of weeks. It's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday for Aldershot. At home here to Scunthorpe, away to Wealdstone on Tuesday evening, just to confirm it is Tuesday evening. I may have said Wednesday earlier. Away to York next Saturday, and then at home to Aldringham to finish the season. This Barham tries a shot from distance. It's actually just on target. Foster dives away to his right. And you can see that Barham's every bit as keen to add to his tally as Campbell is.
Looks massively confident today, they both do. It's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, I always quantify this with that I never played at this level, but as a striker, when you score a goal for a new club, you just grow in stature and belief. You know that players around you know you can do it now. And they've certainly proven that in the second half at Eastleigh last Monday and today. They've been superb. It's the first time for me that Aldershot have played two up front and it's looked like a strike pairing, if I'm honest. And probably in that second half at Eastleigh it looks similar too. Yeah. But I wasn't actually at that one.
I think
that is half time, no added time. So
it was 1 minute, but it must have gone pretty fast.
Oh yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, it's just literally gone, as you say. So half time, 1-0. Quick summing up from Tyler Frost. So far so good.
Yeah, I think it's been a good half. We can't count our chickens too soon, but at the moment looking likely to go on and keep pushing and take the 3 points. I think that first goal was crucial, as we both said throughout the half. But as long as we maintain that quality and that enthusiasm in the second half, fingers crossed, it's looking positive for the shots.
Lewis Davis, I don't always read out your comments, Lewis. You can sometimes border on the negative side, but I have to applaud you because you do it with incredible grace and humour. And he's just made a really good point. The goal that we've scored has had York, Maidenhead and Dorking all looking over their shoulders. York and Dorking both trailing at half time.
Yeah, there's a loads of teams there. No, I didn't realise it was this close. A win today puts it literally 5 teams within 3 points, so makes it a really interesting finish. And do we have a game in hand? Oh, on Maidenhead.
York, yes.
Oh, Maidenhead and York. Yeah.
And Maidenhead and York, yeah. So you tend to look at points only, don't you? But
yeah.
it's vital to look at those. Just a quick look at the other scores. So Barnet and Wrexham finished 0-0, despite Wrexham being down to 10 men for the last 25 minutes or so, with Carl McFadzean sent off. Here at the EBB, Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe 0. Borehamwood 1, Wealdstone 0. Chesterfield 0, Eastleigh 2, which just goes to show that Eastleigh, in wretched form, have picked up on the nerves and tension at Chesterfield, who are battling for third place. Dorking 1, Altrincham 2, Halifax 1, Maidstone 0, Gateshead 0, Bromley 0, Oldham 1, Maidenhead 0, Solihull Moors 2, Yeovil 0, Southend 0, Dagenham 0, and Torquay 2, York 1. If Torquay and Aldershot win today, if Dorking, Maidenhead and York lose, my goodness me, we have a battle at the bottom end.
Yeah, it looks exciting. I think if you're a neutral, it's massively exciting. It's a bit like the Premier League at the moment. There's 5-6 teams all there that you're not sure who could make the drop, and I think for us, the more teams there, percentages will say that you've got a better chance of creeping out of it at the same time.
I don't know about you, Tyler, but that first half has flown by.
Yeah, even that minute added time
I feel like we've just started and it's half time already. Well, I say time flies when you're enjoying yourself. I think that'd be a bit too strong to say we're enjoying ourselves, but we're bearing with it, aren't we?
Yeah, no, I think
it's been a good performance.
There's no denying that we have been on top. I think we have dominated, and I think the press has been good. I think Tav and Jack have both excelled on getting to their centre backs and nicked the ball a few times, and that is what this gap is about. It's about a high press, intensity, and in all aspects of this game so far, we have been on top. We've just got to make sure there's 45 more minutes that we don't come out. It's kind of don't do an opposite to Eastleigh, where we've done a good first half and not second half. Go and have a good second half, finish the game strong, take the 3 points hopefully.
Great stuff. That's Tyler Frost. Tyler, I don't know if you want to stretch your legs and just come back and join us for the kick-off if you wouldn't mind. Now I'll describe events on the pitch because I'm delighted to say that for those of you who were even born in 72, 73, and I know Tyler wasn't, goodness me, I was only 6 years old. No, all good, thank you, mate. 1972, 73, Aldershot FC got promoted to the third division of the Football League, and in doing so, thank you very much indeed. I've just been handed my sheet to vote for the Aldershot Town Player of the Season, and it's not a difficult vote, but there you go. I will announce publicly that Mr. Tyler Cordner has got my Aldershot Town Supporters Club Player of the Season vote. Notable mentions though for Ollie Harfield from me, Justin Amaluza, who's been a delight to watch at times, and Ryan Glover for his sheer efforts. That's my opinion. What's yours? By all means message me if you want to share your Aldershot Town Man of the Match. Maybe you want to confirm that, Player of the Season. Maybe you want to confirm that it's Cordner, or you got thoughts on someone else. So back to 1972-73. In fact, let me turn my microphone off, turn up the PA system, and you can listen to the Shot Stadium announcer Craig Matthews reintroducing the players from that 1972 promotion team for Aldershot Town. In fact, at the moment he's doing the golden goal, which I wasn't offered one today. That's very unusual, it's very rare. You normally come up to the media box, but nobody did today, so I won't be winning that. The goal was given as the goal was given as the 37th minute for Aldershot, and I'm going to let you listen to Craig Matthews reintroducing the 1972-73 Aldershot FC side until I have to do my half-time report to radio.
Introducing several very special guests who are with us today. Aldershot FC won promotion in the 1972-73 season by virtue of finishing in 4th place in the 4th division that season, and it took a 1-1 draw in the final game at Stockport County on Friday the 4th of May to confirm that promotion. There are a number of Shots fans who travelled to that match, who are still regulars at the Edge Stadium today. In celebrating the success of that team, it is only right that we remember those who played a part in that team who have sadly passed away in recent years. Manager Tommy McInerney, coach John Anderson, and defenders Richard Walden and Jimmy Grummett. We also say thank you to the members of the team who are not able to join us today. Captain Len Walker, Mick Travers, Harry Bennett, Trevor Pearce and Joe Gadsden. However, we are here to celebrate the success of that legendary Aldershot FC team, and it is my pleasure now to introduce to you our guests today. Please welcome a goalkeeper who started with the club as an apprentice before signing as full pro in 1970, Calvin Hopkins. One of 3 ever present in the team that season. He made a total of 265 appearances in 2 spells. Please welcome Tony Godfrey. The man who scored the vital equalising goal in the draw at Stockport, which confirmed the promotion. Please welcome Roger Joslin. Our second ever present, who went on to make a total of 282 appearances. Please welcome Ray Dean. A striker who missed only 1 game that season and in total scored 60 goals in 265 career games for the Shots. Please welcome Dennis Brown. Next, a midfielder who in 2 seasons with the club made 49 appearances. Please welcome John Stinson. That season's top scorer, player of the year and our 3rd ever present, please welcome Steve Mergill.
They did maintain it to the break. Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe 0 at half-time. To be fair, pretty dominant first half performance from the Shots. Although Elliott and Senbury Ferris both spurned half chances around the middle of the half. Prior to that, it was all Aldershot, but they just couldn't get the final piece of the jigsaw right in front of goal until Barham had his shot blocked, and then just a minute later, Glover sent the ball into Campbell, who turned sharply, shot, saw his first effort blocked, but then stroked home the goal from just 12 yards. If you'll forgive me a little moment here, Joe, if you've got any listeners this afternoon that go back to the 70s, the Aldershot promotion winning side of 1972-73 is being reintroduced to the crowd here, and such names as Murray Brodie and Jack Howarth and Malcolm Crosby back on the turf at the Rec. And you know what, if you're born after 1972, you won't know who the hell I'm talking about, but legends of their time at Aldershot. And half-time here, let's see the side they used to play for, certainly in its original incarnation. 1-0 up against Scunthorpe. Terrific lineup of players from the 1972-73 side. I didn't catch all the names and I was trying to do my report to radio. I know Len Walker's not here, but some of those that are here today and posing for a photograph now: Tony Godfrey, Malcolm Crosby, Ray Dean, Dennis Brown and Murray Brodie. Fantastic. Jack Howarth as well out there, and players that were doing bits on the turf here when I was a 6-year-old and Tyler Frost Wasn't even a thought. Tyler's rejoined me, but of course we've got a few more minutes of the half-time break here. And delighted to say a few years ago I met and interviewed Joe Joplin and Murray Brodie. I think that was at the launch of Graham Brookland's book back in the day. Hey, fond memories. Good afternoon to Bryn Lucas, who has sat in this very seat on a couple of occasions this season, home and away, commentating on the shots. Glad you're enjoying it this afternoon, Bryn. Bryn won't mind me admitting, as professional as he is, and he would do commentary for BBC Surrey, whoever it was, but he is a Shots fan at heart. Ray Anstey says he agrees with my choice for player of the season, which I did put out on air. I've given it to Tyler Cordner, and obviously Tyler Frost, who's alongside me, probably can't really have a fair opinion on that, although I'm sure he'll get a vote in the players one. Ray says that he agrees with the choice of Cordner. He's listening in from Mumbai, India. Thanks for allowing me to be with you all in spirit today. And by the way, I started watching the Shots in 1968, age 12. I was at Stockport when we got promotion in 1972-73. What a lovely story, Ray. Thanks for sharing. So Tyler, yeah, you've not been here sort of long enough to get a real feel for who should be the man of the match, but what's the vibes in the change room?
Me
Tyler's
player
got
of
to
the
be
season,
favourite,
maybe. Yeah. I can only, when I give my vote, I can only go off what since I have signed, that's what I generally, and me personally, I've gone for Hadji just because of how I feel he complimented me and how he made me excel in a position I haven't played in, as in right back, and I can only go off what I feel on the pitch. Throughout the whole season, it probably does seem like, from the fans and a lot of the people I speak to, Tyler's been exceptional and he's earned his new deal, and it's not me saying Tyler hasn't been excellent whilst I play with him. I've just gone with how I felt on the pitch, and who I felt for me on the pitch was that that extra bit, I don't know, and for me Hadji just gave that to me, and he supported me so well when I was playing right back, and that's my basis, but I love Tyler was my close second.
Absolutely, I love that, and to be fair to Hadji Minoga, he has looked a class apart whenever he's played. Obviously we were frustratingly without him for a few weeks, a period which coincided with not the greatest results. I don't think he'll be eligible for it because he is on loan from Portsmouth, isn't he? But nevertheless, it's a pure opinion, and I love the fact that you've shared it with us. Yeah. The two players I gave honourable mentions to were Ollie Harfield, who I think has just got better and better and better.
Solid every single week, isn't he? He hasn't had a game since I've been here. I've not seen him have one bad game. No. He's just good every single week kind of thing. And
I think he was pretty good at the start of the season. He got a lot of criticism because Aldershot conceded a lot of goals down his left side.
He's an adventurous fullback, wing-back, isn't he? You can see he's got quality in the final third, and he wants to show that as well.
Yeah, you can't necessarily pin that down to one person. It's a team shape, isn't it? And you have to mention for his work rate, Brian Glover. Yeah. He doesn't always get the numbers that back up that, does he? And I've been quite critical of Brian, but for endeavour and work rate, nobody gives more.
No, you can't. Since I've signed it, like, we get the GPS stats, and you can see it. Even this first half, the way he's sprinting what he works is. He works. He gives absolutely everything. Works his socks off. He gives everything every week. There's not one game you could go, Ryan didn't give his all today, and he's harsh on himself. He knows that he wants his numbers to be better. When he scores or assists, he does make it known. That's always on a player's mind, but he gives more than just numbers. And I think as long as the fans, everyone can see it, the managers see it because he plays every week. So he definitely deserves a good mention as well.
All right, the teams are out for the second half. I can't see any evidence of any personnel changes from either side, so let's go with the teams as they started the first half. For Shots, Ashby Hammond in goal, Corey Jordan, Tyler Cordner and Hadji Minoga. The back three, Minoga's playing in the middle actually, and Glover and Harfield the wing backs, Ochieng and Partington in midfield, Amaluza in front of them. Jack Barham and Tavern Campbell, the goal scorer for Shots in the 37th minute up top. And for Scunthorpe, it's a 4-4-2. Foster in goal, Leake, Richards, Everton, Boyce and Ogle, left to right across the back. Shields, Shrimpton, Rance and Semby Ferris across the midfield, and Carver and Elliott up top. Scunthorpe are in a pale yellow strip top to bottom, just with a little bit of flashing across the shoulders and down the shorts of claret and a little bit of light blue. Their home colours, and Aldershot are in their home kit of red shirts, white shorts and blue socks. And we're about to get underway for the second half, and referee Matt Corlett will get us underway. And Tyler Frost may be a professional footballer, he's also a professional in the media side. He started his stopwatch. Where would we have been without him for those 9 added minutes against Yeovil last time out? So the challenge for Aldershot Town here is to turn first half dominance into 3 points in the second half. Big games at home to Torquay and to Yeovil. They've led but been pegged back. Here's Scunthorpe win the ball in their own half, go back to the goalkeeper. But for Aldershot, it's somehow, whenever it is, at any point in this second half, just to make sure that they get the next goal. Here's Jack Barham tearing down the right hand side with Leake, puts a cross in deep to the far post. It's over everybody. Tavern Campbell won't thank him for that one. It drifts out of play. In fairness, Scunthorpe had Boyce with Campbell and Ogle backing him up as well. So, but nice early ball from Barham, and the sun is shining brightly here at the shots. A little bit more blue sky than cloud, and who knows if the sun will shine on the shots at 10 to 5 today. We can only hope, can't we?
Yeah, no, it's warm out there, to be honest.
Yeah, we're not quite getting the feel of how warm it is because we're in the shade. Yeah. Ball up to Campbell, chests it down, plays it back to Partington, lifts the ball over the top, thinking that Barham's going to make the run. Barham doesn't make the run, makes Partington look a bit silly, but that's just how it is. At least they were trying something. Here's Semby Ferris in his own half, plays the ball back to Shrimpton, who plays it forward. Corner clears down the line. Harfield can't keep it in. Throw into Scunthorpe on halfway. And Tyler Frost and I will keep you abreast of the other scores elsewhere. Corey Jordan cover. Clears up towards halfway. Ogle beats Amaluza in the air, and it's played out to Harfield, who sends it down the left-hand side.
It's a great knock.
Picked up by Boyce. Barham looks to shut down Boyce. Goes back to Foster.
He's another one who works his socks off, Jack.
Yeah, Jack Barham, yeah. Ball inside, Rance will pick that up. Goes back to Ogle. Stuart Griffiths listening in, sometimes sat where you are today alongside me. Says he's listening in with the obvious tensions that could be mightily relieved if Aldershot were able to get a second goal ahead this afternoon, but one thing at a time. 47.5 minutes in, Jordan does well to come through and win the ball. Pokes it up towards Tavern Campbell. He's shrugged off of the ball by Dean Rance. Widrington not happy about how he lost possession there. Catches my eye every time he flails his arms out. Here's Haji Minoga up against Danny Elliott. Centre back wearing 22, the centre forward with 5. Good job we can recognise these players. Scunthorpe still have possession in the Aldershot Town half, but only just. Ball played forward, cut out by the head of Partington. Amaluza goes to ground, turns his man, fouls him, and needs to be a little bit careful because he's given 2 or 3 petty fouls away now, Amaluza. And Widrington goes straight to have a word with his assistant and checks his watch. And I don't know if I'm a good reader of body language or not, but I sensed he was frustrated with Amaluza in the first half. He's frustrated with that foul. He's gone straight over to his assistant manager, looked at his watch. I don't know, I'm just reading into it that I don't think Widrington is quite as impressed with Amaluza as those of us that have watched him all season. Let's see what time tells. Ball into the area from Rance, missed by everybody and headed in to the empty net by Boyce, and Scunthorpe have levelled. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 48.5 minutes gone. Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe 1.
It's another set piece. Yeah, I think the gaffer's big on whoever's man it was. It's their fault, so we'll have to watch it back and see whose man it maybe was. But that's a really big goal to concede, and we have to pick our heads up and go again. There's no collapsing now.
Very muted celebrations from Scunthorpe, as you can probably understand, given that they've been relegated. But in the 49th minute, they have levelled here with just their third chance of any description all afternoon, and it came from that free kick that Justin Amaluza gave away and incensed Tommy Widrington.
It's come from nothing as well.
It's come from nothing, but it's just a ball floated in. I think it might have been Rance that just floated it in, might have been Shields, I wasn't 100% sure, but Boyce just jumped, just a little glanced header, and I hate to say it because he's trying his absolute hardest out there, Ashby Hammond, but it's another straight effort on goal. Is a break forward from Amaluza, and
I think he's half-heartedly come out to maybe catch it, and then hasn't come all the way, hasn't, a bit indecisive, and then he wasn't in his net for a middle of the goal, header down the middle.
Yeah, so concerning, particularly so because of other scorelines elsewhere, but word in from Tony Matthews, just bear with me. There's a treatment to a Scunthorpe player over on the far side, listening on his laptop as his PC, I think, is in the repair shop. Great goal. Let's have another one. Oh dear, Tony. There was another one. It went in the wrong net. Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe 1.
It just can't go flat now, because at the way we've got to look at it is we're not 1-0 down. It's 0-0 again, and we had to get another goal really anyway, so we just got to go out there and go again.
It's a really positive way of looking at it, Tyler. Thanks. I'm glad I've got you alongside me. What it's done is chopped Aldershot off at the knees, basically. They were 1-0 up. So many chances to get that goal before it came.
Yeah.
But since it's gone in, Scunthorpe have found a way back into it, and says it all really, just how muted their celebrations were.
Yeah, fair play to their fans that have still come, like you say, probably 50 to 100, but fair play. That's a really good committed group of supporters there. But good from our fans, getting a little bit of noise still, can't have everyone going flat, they can pick the team up as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 87, my guess, for the Scunthorpe fans. We'll get the actual numbers in a bit.
I thought he was going for our winner.
Higher or lower?
I thought he was going for our winner.
Yeah, no. 87 minutes, yeah. Penalty scored this time, yeah. That would be good. It should have been 87 last time, shouldn't it?
Oh, was it?
Go on, just for a bit of fun. 87, higher or lower, Scunthorpe fans?
Oh, that's a really good guess. I'm going to go lower.
Lower, right, okay. We'll get confirmation of that in a little while. Goal kick for the Shots, Ashby Hammond. The knockdown has gone to Shields, who's played it back to Leake. Leake out to the left-hand side, but it can't be kept in by Marcus Carver. It'll be a throw into the Shots, who quickly need to get back in the ascendancy. They need to get the crowd re-engaged, and
they're starting to think it's good. It's really good from them.
They need to hear the voices of the East Bank, which is a throw-in to the Shots. Edge of the final third. It's cut out by Ogle before it could reach Jack Barham, and it'll be another throw to Shots, and I think Cordner wants to come forward and take it, but Harfield's going to take it. He throws it into the feet of Amaluza inside the penalty area, and his touch is just pounced upon by Ogle, who clears it as far forward as Jordan. Jordan goes all the way back to Ashby Hammond, who has a little touch, composes himself, and then goes forward again out to the right side. Glover heads it on. Barham jumps, but just nudges his man. It'll be a free kick to Scunthorpe United. And, Tyler Frost says it can't afford to go flat. The crowd have got to do their bit. The team have got to do their bit. And we're going to have to do our bit as well. So we have to keep belief. Richie Bennett, what a striker to be able to bring on for Scunthorpe United. A couple of seasons ago, maybe even last season, was it? Banging goals in for Stockport on the way to the title. Loaned out to another club. Marcus Carver's coming off. Bennett's coming on. That'll be a straight swap. And Bennett, I'm pretty sure, is bigger and stronger than Carver. So it'll be more work for the likes of Jordan and Cordner to deal with. And 54th minute. We're going to update our radio listeners very shortly, in the next few seconds, in fact. I did predict a 2-1 today. Yeah, it's gone very quiet here, Joe, and here's the reason why. I'm here. I'm absolutely here. I'm here. Yeah, okay, Joe. Yeah, you rejoin us at the EBB with news of another goal. Sadly, for those of red and blue persuasion, it's gone in at the other end, and there's an eerie tense, nervous atmosphere back in the stadium here, because Andrew Boyce rose to just glance in Scunthorpe United's free kick after a petty foul by Amaluza, and that's it. And the ground's gone eerily quiet, and somehow the players and the crowd need to re-engage with each other and get going again. But for now, 54.5 minutes gone, Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe 1. Here's Tyler Cordner, just over halfway, leaves the ball, drags it back, wins the throw for the shots, gets himself back into position. The throw has been given to Aldershot, although Scunthorpe wanted to take it, and Aldershot reverted to a defensive position out of possession. Bit of a strange one, that. Anyway, we will restart now with Harfield, 5-10 yards inside the half. Comes back to Cordner. Cordner thinks about his options, goes forward to Harfield, clips the ball up to Tarvin Campbell. He battles away with Boyce, the scorer of that Scunthorpe equaliser. Elliott exchanges passes with Sembi Ferris. Ochieng lifts the ball over the top, and Amaluza wasn't sure whether to make a run or not, and doesn't. I think if I was Amaluza, I'd make those runs now in the next 5 or 10 minutes, because I think that we may see a substitution soon. It'd be interesting to see if the manager Widrington does take off one of Jack or Campbell, or takes off Amaluza. I think his minutes are numbered. We'll see. I
think we're not playing in through the lines too well to him in his position he wants. So if you're not finding the ball there, I think his next best bet is to run past Jack and Tav, and I think he'll get more of the ball.
Ball bouncing here. Richards Everton can head it back to Owen Foster. We are going to see the early introduction of Jake Hutchinson. He's going to be on before the hour mark here, but good battling from Ochieng, who gets a little bit of a buffeting, too much of a buffeting from the substitute Richie Bennett, and wins a free kick which is taken quickly. Amaluza, sharp feet, turns inside, plays the ball just back to Cordner, goes into a pocket of space, wants it back, can't get it, but that's a lovely ball from Cordner if Harfield can get there, but he can't. There's nice vision from Harfield, but the ball's in touch. It'll be a throw in to Scunthorpe in the right back position, and Aldershot don't appear to be ready for the change. So they haven't given the instruction to go ahead with it yet, but it'll be Hutchinson who comes on. We've got some more goals elsewhere in the National League. Gateshead, who are virtually safe. Oh, here's Cordner. Pokes the ball back to Ashby Hammond. He clears his lines under pressure from Sembi Ferris. Gateshead 0, Bromley 1. Gateshead on the back of 4 consecutive wins. Southend 1, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. And it's Solihull Moors did go 2-0 up against Yeovil. It's now 2-1. And the ball down the touchline. Cordner just gives a little shove into Richie Bennett. A good old-fashioned shoulder barge, and no foul is given to throw into the shots. And I have to chuckle, Tyler, because that's when a shoulder barge is blatantly a foul, and it wasn't given, was it?
No. Yeah. Sometimes you can see the player running into another player, and their intent is to knock him over, isn't it?
Mother didn't listen in the first half. Shots were 1-0 up. Mother's tuned in now. Yeah, 1-1. Good afternoon, Mother and Father, if you're listening. Hopefully more to come in terms of goals for Aldershot Town, that they can get this vital win. Elsewhere, Torquay are winning against York, which means that Aldershot will be only out of the relegation places by goal difference at the end of today if they can't get a win themselves. And a substitution has just been made by Scunthorpe. Cameron Wilson, who was called up to the initial England C squad earlier this season, but didn't make the 16 that was cut down from 25. I didn't notice who went off, did you, Tyler?
27.
Sorry. 27 went off. That was Dion Sembi Ferris, who was guilty of that air shot in the first half. His Glover battling away for the ball, as does Amaluza. No fouls given, and deflection from Amaluza's pass goes all the way back to Ashby Hammond, who rolls the ball out now to Tyler Cordner. Cordner can just slip it down the side if he wants to Harfield, but he doesn't. Harfield probably just needs to go forward now, then he can get onto it. Ball into Barham, holds it up, not the best touch. Harfield recovers quickly, he's clipped. Ball back to Cordner. Cordner goes back to Ashby Hammond, and Ashby Hammond up towards halfway line. Boyce will jump with Barham. Torquay 3, York 1. And I don't think Aldershot are going to get any joy from Plainmoor this afternoon. They're going to have to get it themselves. And that's another goal back on the goal difference from Torquay. There'll be just 3 goals different to Aldershot as things stand. Start of the day -19, they'll be -17 now, and the shots remain on -14.
Dorking have got it to 2-2.
Dorking have got back to 2-2 against Altrincham. Well done, Dorking. They could be heading for a 50th point and likely safety. Throw in to Aldershot. Hutchinson's been told to put his bib back on because they're not going to do the substitution yet. He's been all warmed up and now left for 5 minutes. Ball clipped over to the left-hand side, headed away by Ogle, only as far as Tyler Cordner. He thinks about a shot, clips the ball into the left-hand to the right-hand side. There's absolutely nobody there, and that's rather embarrassing. Drifts be out of play behind the goal away to our left, and well, Widrington suggesting it was the right kind of ball, but nobody was there. And we wait and see who is going to come off today. I think it'd be harsh on either Campbell or Barham to come off. And as much as I like Amaluza, as much as I rate him, I think he's going to be favourite. We may see Jai Rowe as well, which would be interesting. He'll be coming on against his old side.
A little bit of a point to prove can sometimes help.
Yeah. He's been replaced in the Scunthorpe team at right back by Ogle. Ball's back with Corey Jordan at the minute, and an hour has gone, just more than that. Ball played forward, well trapped by Ogle. He drifts forward, ball into Shrimpton. Shrimpton out to the left-hand side. He'll find Shields. Shields will get it back onto his right foot and try a little left-footed, right-footed cross. Headed away by Corey Jordan, cleared away by Glover. Amaluza gets there about the same time as Leake. Leake just gets the vital contact, and Scunthorpe continue to build their attack. Here's Dean Rance, 30 yards out. Feeds Danny Elliott. Elliott out to Wilson. Wilson cutting in. Will he try a shot with his left foot? No, he plays it to Shrimpton. Nice little ball behind Harfield. Ogle squares it. It's half cleared by Harfield. And then Harfield clears to touch.
Good little spell from
Kenlock's going to come on as well for the shots. I wonder if Harfield's just feeling a knock, or whether it'll be a positional change as well. So Hutchinson's coming on and Partington is coming off. Excuse me. And Kenlock is coming on, where they're just trying to confuse the opposition with that substitution. I'm not quite sure what the shape's going to be. So Hutchinson on.
I feel like Jack might drop into the 10.
I still think it'll be Amaluza that goes off, but let's have a look. If not, it's going to be a very attacking formation for the shots. If they play
whoever comes off here will be the decider of what we're changing to.
Crucial substitutions here for Aldershot Town, and it is Justin Amaluza. Sometimes you can just tell in the body language, and he's demonstrated a lot of it, Tommy Widrington. He wasn't happy with Amaluza's performance.
Tyler's gone into holding midfield again, and
so just
dropped into the left centre back position.
Just call it what you think the formation is. It
stayed the same. Miles has gone into the left of the back three. Tyler Cordner has dropped into holding midfield where Joe was playing. And it looks like Jake's playing in the 10 hole. I thought Jack might drop into there, but
here's Scunthorpe though in the penalty area. Ball's played out wide to Ogle. Ogle flips the ball in. It's going to go over everybody, and it's met at the far post by Sean Shields. He flips it onto his right foot, back onto his left, back onto his right, squares it to Rance. Rance is going to spread it out to the right side to Regan Ogle. Ogle with a cross in. It should be a straightforward one for Ashby Hammond to catch, but he just lets it go by. He's the right decision in terms of it was safe. He got his bearings right. Still think it should have been easy enough to catch, but Ashby Hammond's had his issue with dropping a couple of catches this season. So 63.5 minutes gone. I'm going to update our radio listeners now, Tyler. 63.5 minutes gone. Aldershot have just made a double change. It's still 1-1. They've brought on Miles Kenlock and Jake Hutchinson, and taken off the skipper Joe Partington and Justin Amaluza. Bear with us as shots just looking to build an attack. In fact, no, they've given it away horribly in the opposition's half, and Scunthorpe might even counter-attack as you're with us. No, an offside's given. It's tense, it's nervy, and Aldershot Town have got 26 minutes plus added time to try and find a winner. Otherwise, they will be out of the relegation positions this evening on goal difference. Shots 1, Scunthorpe 1. Southend 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Aaron Jarvis it is who's got that third goal for Torquay. His shot's looking to build. Corden was well forward again. Lack of understanding. And at some point, the desire and the determination needs to triumph over the nerves and the tension out there for Aldershot, and not playing as well as they did in the first half.
I think right now you can see that Scunthorpe seem more settled than us, just purely they've got no nerves.
They're relaxed, there's no nerves. They're getting a lot more possession, they're getting a lot more territory. And Aldershot Town's season is potentially taking a further nosedive here at the EVB, unless they can find something a bit better than what they're offering at the moment. Scunthorpe totally dominating possession with the triangles. Cordner looking to shut down his man and lead by example. Comes out of position in doing so. Ball forward, bounces over Minoga. He trying to deal difficult with the ball. Surely he's fouled. He is fouled. Elliott puts the ball into the net, but the whistle had already gone, and it remains Aldershot Town 1, Scunthorpe 1. Gateshead 0, Bromley 1 is the corrected scoreline there, and Halifax 2, Maidstone 0. And I can't even bring myself to look at the bottom of the National League table. Let's see if Aldershot can get the job done first, and then whatever happens elsewhere, Tyler, it will look nicer, won't it?
It's a massive 25 plus.
Yeah. It's Glover picking up the ball. Aldershot was so dominant in the first half, and it's just evaporated since Scunthorpe have got themselves back into it. They look shell-shocked, and they can't afford to look shell-shocked 15 minutes after the goal went in. That's pretty much what it is now. In fact, it's 17 minutes since Scunthorpe equalised, and at the minute Aldershot are even being outrun by the clock. Here's Miles Kenlock, skips inside, tries the ball straight down the middle to Jake Hutchinson. Can he control it, turn and make a chance for himself? He spreads it out to the right hand side to Glover. Glover with the cross, cut out behind for a corner, and perhaps Aldershot can finally get a little bit of momentum going here. We've had one moment of excitement on 37 minutes when the Shots took the lead. Since then, it's been nerves and tension. Scunthorpe have got themselves level, and the Shots are desperate for a home win. It would be a first win of Tommy Widrington's time in charge of the Shots. There's a hopeful but quiet and nervous Eastbank going to try and suck this one in, as the corner is going to come in left-footed from Harfield. 1-1. In comes the corner. Headers up and away from Richards Everton. On again by Roy Boyce. Glover! Oh, he's caught his volley superbly. And as we wait for the net to bulge, it goes agonisingly wide of Owen Foster's left-hand post. And it remains 1-1. I was waiting for the net to bulge, Tyler.
Yeah, it was a bit of a loopy corner that kind of just fell to Glover in the end off the clearance of the header. And excellent strike. I thought it was going in. It must have just went wide. From this angle, you can't see how close it was with a lot of bodies in the way, but so close.
To be fair, I don't think many of the East Bank went up, so maybe it was not as close as we thought from here. Corden lost the ball in the air, turns around, doesn't know where it is. Minoga heads it up in the air. Kenlock wins the next header. Corden jumps with Richie Bennett. Ball played forward, cleared up in the air by Boyce. Not the best. Glover wins his header and directs it into the path of Tarvin Campbell. Campbell out to the right hand side to Corey Jordan, who keeps it in, and he comes inside to Glover. Just Elliott up top now for Scunthorpe. Ball up to Campbell. Is he fouled? No. He goes to ground, and Bennett tries to slip a ball through the middle. Elliott wasn't on the same wavelength, excuse me, and it goes all the way back to Ashby Hammond. Tyler Frost.
Building a bit of momentum. We've picked last 5 minutes, you'd say we've picked it up slightly, but we need to maintain this now. We just need constant pressure on their back line, just exactly like we did in the first half. It hasn't been the same, has it? It's just has been a little bit flat, and the goal has come under us maybe not being at it like it was in the first half.
Yeah, here's Rance holding the ball up, now feeding it out to the left hand side to Elliott, who's sandwiched between two Aldershot Town players defending it. Here's Jake Hutchinson picking the ball up. That'll be a yellow card. I think it might be for Finlay Shrimpton.
It's a clever foul.
Is that the first
Jake.
yellow of the day?
Yeah, I believe so, but it is a clever foul. Jake's good turn, he's driving away and he's just pulling his shirt. Here we go.
Oh, you've won it. 2252. I estimated 87 Scunthorpe fans. You said lower. It is lower. It's 81. I'm 6 out and you get the glory.
I actually I might have even won the one in the change room. I put 2,199. So
very good.
That could be pretty close.
There you go. Ashby Hammond's going to take this free kick for the shots just inside his own half. High line, edge of the area. Richards Everton's going to win it. He does almost every time. He's the Josh Staunton, if you like, of so there's a good ball from Glover out to the left-hand side to Harfield. Oh, little deflection on the ball. Might be a foul by Jordan. Nothing given. Ball's half cleared. What? And eventually the referee does give the free kick. Maybe he was waiting to see if there was an advantage. Yeah, I think Jordan did impede his man there. And I was surprised the referee didn't blow straight away. He was just showing the composure of the ref to wait and see if there was an advantage, which is fair play to him.
A little thing I think we need to do maybe just ever so slightly better. You see the balls that we in the first half on the edge of the box, and the balls coming out just to the edge of the box. We haven't got any bodies there. Maybe we need to squeeze up just slightly, just try and get that little bit more pressure, try and win them second balls from clearances and stuff like that.
Gina Basildon says keep them going, Rob. Ellie and I are watching. I think it was 1-0 at the time that she sent that. Unfortunately not now. Nigel Green. It's 1 o'clock in the morning in Melbourne, Australia. It's one of those games you just can't afford to miss. If it's not here, it's watching. If it's not watching, it's listening. In possession, Scunthorpe. Just coming over halfway now with Cameron Wilson. He's checked by Kenlock. 1-2. Ashby Hammond comes out. Goes to ground, Elliott. Referee gives a goal kick. There was a little bit of a shout for Elliott. He was definitely looking for it.
See, I think that's a dive. I don't think he has made contact. And in those situations, if he's diving to try and win a penalty,
he's trying to hoodwink the officials, Elliott.
I didn't think there was any contact there.
It was very close. Ashby Hammond looked confident. He looked like he'd get there first. He only just got there first. Elliott not happy, but he may be trying to avoid himself.
I don't think either player made contact with the ball, but it looked like their striker tried to bite. But you see those ones, usually the player gets the benefit of the doubt.
No, especially it would have literally killed Aldershot off, I'm afraid. They've gone 2-0 down with 71 minutes. They'd have literally had to hope for 2 miracles just to get a point.
But their staff members obviously giving it into the fourth official, which you probably would if it was us
here's
as
Barham
well.
taking the ball down well. Unusual ricochet. It's cleared away by Ogle. Ochieng gets his head on it. I thought it was impeded as he did so. Referee Corlett says no, and Cameron Wilson picks the ball up for Scunthorpe, who are going to make another substitution. Liam Feeney's going to come on for them shortly. We'll wait and see who he is going to replace. One of the few players still left at Scunthorpe from last season. That's certainly playing anyway. Andrew Boyce is coming off. I think he's going to give his armband to Feeney, certainly initially.
Dorking have just scored again, 3-2, the comeback's complete.
Dorking, never write off the Wanderers. 2-0 down against Aldring, have come back and they now lead 3-2. Halifax Town 3-0 up against Maidstone. I noted that their second goal scorer was yet again Millie Ali, who's in the form of his life. Danny Elliott is coming off, so it'll be totally fresh legs up front then now for Scunthorpe, for whom Danny Elliott still complaining to the fourth official that was a penalty. Interesting that he would continue his argument that vehemently.
Yeah,
he clearly didn't get booked, so he genuinely feels there was very slight contact.
But yeah, the referee shoots himself in the foot, because if you don't book the striker for doing that, it's like, which one was it? Was it a dive or was it a contact?
Ball forward. Tarvin Campbell's battling with Richards Everton. He catches him. Richards Everton goes down into a little bit of a heap, and he's up to his knees now, and he'll be okay to carry on without treatment. Don't want to do him an injustice, but I think he made a meal of that one. He did very good. If he was acting, very, very good acting. If he wasn't, we apologise. Ball down the right side to the substitute Feeney, who's just come on. Given the amount of chances Aldershot need to score a goal, they're going to have to start getting some momentum soon, because the clock is running down. We've got just over 16 minutes left. And Aldershot have barely created a chance. Just that one Glover volley.
Go on.
And Tarvin Campbell almost unloads Owen Foster. He does unload him briefly. Foster gathers it back, and then as he nibbles for a second time, Campbell, the referee blows for a free kick.
No,
your thoughts, Tyler?
No, surely not. The keeper's had a mare there. He's The referee's bailed him out, I think. You know, he's. Oh.
Here comes Scunthorpe on the counter-attack with Leek down the left-hand side, and Kenlock has to turn it behind Minoga, for a corner.
Yeah, and then they go and spot the kick from the foul and almost go and get a counter-attack down the left side, and the cross was close. Good defending by Hadji.
Jason Pryor keeps up his good scoring form for Dorking. Dorking 3, Altrincham 2, and Dorking are very close now to mathematical safety. Chesterfield 1, Eastleigh 2. Notts against Woking is a late kick-off. Corner to Scunthorpe, 1-1 here. We're in the 75th minute. In it comes, headed up in the air by Cordner. Bounces down. Was that a handball by Boyce? Nothing given. The ball breaks and Feeney will pick it up. Feeney has not only come on as sub, but he's also got the captain's armband on. Ogle leaves it for Feeney. Feeney inside to Rance. Poor ball from Rance. Cut out by Kenlock. Could get a 3-on-2 here. Out to the right-hand side. Jake Hutchinson has got to win the foot race against Leek, and he can't win it. Leek puts it into touch. Aldershot are gambling a bit, aren't they, with the bodies forward here? And they have to gamble. Their future as a National League side is at stake. Ball inside to Ochieng. Ochieng comes further inside and backwards. Passes backwards 10-15 yards to Kenlock, who drives forward. Ball out to Ollie Harfield on the left hand side, sets himself for the cross. In it comes, punched away by Foster in goal, and good control from Feeney. Exchanges passes with Shrimpton. Cameron Wilson goes down. The ball runs through to Ashby Hammond, and there are 14 minutes left plus
Game's
added
opening
time.
up, isn't it?
Shots won, Scunthorpe won. It's not enough, they need more. Jordan pings the ball out to the left hand side, gets too much on it. It's a throw in to Scunthorpe in the right back position. Ryan Colclough with that goal for Chesterfield as they try and get back on terms and get at least a point out of today. And Richie Bennett, who's come on as a substitute up top for Scunthorpe, has gone down and needs treatment. Any other scores you spotted, Tyler?
No real changes.
In the key games that affect the other end of the table, but I'm not going to be the only one thinking that forget what's going on elsewhere. Literally, I know that's Widrington's mantra, but it needs to be Aldershot's right now.
Yeah, it is. It's really tough, isn't it? Like, I'm sat here and I just keep looking at the league table and the scores. I think
you're not going to get any favours if you can't beat Scunthorpe at home. You're just not, you know. And still is the realistic possibility at 1-1 as shots ever more gamble as the game goes on that they could get picked off and lose this. It's unthinkable. But if you're out there in red and blue at the minute, you can only have eyes for that Scunthorpe goal at the East Bank end and go find it.
Yeah, be a hero.
Will Widrington make a third sub? We shall have to see. He's got McCoy. Rowe hasn't come on yet, has he?
No.
McCoy, Rowe and Class still on the bench.
Good options. I think there'll be one. Sure, I think he'll make all three, but you don't want to make it too early and then.
Yeah.
It was our game here when it gets you over where we made all subs and people were pulling up, and it's kind of like you have to stay on.
Exactly right. Yeah, he'll have learned his lessons from that, if not all his years in football. But this stoppage in play isn't going to help Aldershot. Yes, the time will be added on, but Richie Bennett, who has come off the bench to come on, is walking off very gingerly.
They made 3 subs?
And I don't know if he's going to be able to come back on. I think he's going to have to. Feeney's on, Wilson's on, and Bennett's on.
He's trying, but he looks in trouble.
They can't bring anybody else on.
Doesn't
still
look
off the
comfortable
pitch
at all.
at the minute. Ochieng takes the ball and wins a free kick for the Shots. Bennett's going to come on, and he's going to be limping, but he's made of the strong stuff, and he's going to go back, and he's going to go and be himself an extra body for them at the back there.
Yeah,
I think he's going to try and mark Tyler Cordner as well.
He really doesn't look comfortable, does he? He's done a 50-yard run and every step was a limp. And
for Shots, the final third substitute is going to be made shortly, and it's going to be Josh McCoy who comes on. Glover's coming back to take this free kick for the Shots. Rance is just wasting time. He's standing 6 yards away and just making the referee send him back. He's long in the tooth. He knows exactly what to do. Scunthorpe will take it.
That's nice.
In ball in from Glover, finds the head yet again of Richards Everton. Why don't they just avoid Richards Everton? Good steal from Ochieng, who then loses his composure and blazes a ball not just onto the East Bank roof, but over the East Bank roof. Great win from Ocheng. You don't mind him having a shot, but that in a little snapshot there summed up Aldershot's determination and character and desire and a lack of quality all in one moment, all demonstrated from Mr. Ocheng. So McCoy's going to come on. Who is going to go off for the shots? It's possibly going to be one of those two front men. Neither of them want to come off.
Is it Henry?
And it's Henry Ocheng.
Is it? I'm not sure.
I think it is. Yeah, Henry Ocheng's going to come off.
So that is a going for it move as well, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah. Ocheng's game is done. His blazed effort over the bar and over the roof was his last work of the afternoon.
I think it's a smart substitution. They're not really running through midfield. They're playing those balls over the top now, so the midfield can sort of be a bit more spread.
Bennett looks to have recovered. He jumped well there with Cordner. Neither of them won it. Ball inside, should be cleared away by Haji Minoga. Richards Everton has won everything in the air all afternoon, but clears only as far as Hutchinson, who finds Barham, who finds Glover, who's into the penalty area, who
Great
shoots
defending.
and it's blocked and it goes out for a throw. Good counter-attack, from good transition from shots.
I think Jake's done really well since coming on.
Yeah, he's picked up the ball deep.
Yeah, he's picked it deep, he's got it high, he's playing forward passes.
He's used it in intelligently. Here's I've got Woken in my ears, sorry. Here's Glover taking the throw into Campbell, who's out on the right-hand side. Can he win a corner or something for the shots? He's still got possession. He's being fouled. Referee waves play on. Then he's fouled again. Is he given the free kick, not the penalty? He's given the free kick, even though Campbell's gone
just
down.
Before the shot at goal, though.
So what's that decision then, ref?
Yeah, I mean, he's done it for the first foul.
Yeah, he was going to give it. You could see he was allowing play on for any advantage for Campbell. And then Campbell goes down anyway. So free kick for Aldershot is about 2 yards in from the goal line, about 3.5 inches outside the penalty area. I'm being pedantic, obviously. Harfield and Glover are there. Aldershot are lining up as if it were a corner, a little bit of a bus-stop queue.
This is somewhere where you could.
Personally, I'm not being funny. I would literally just drive that low and hard across the penalty area and see if someone can get a touch.
Miss the outside of the wall and just hope for the best.
Yeah, do it low, put it in the air. Richards Everton will win it. Wins it every time. 1-1, Harfield with a free kick. In it comes. Cordner! Yeah! Goal! Yeah! Tyler Cordner! His 8th goal of the season for the shots. Clipped in from Harfield. Another Harfield assist. And the whole of the outfield players celebrate at the East Bank end in front of the red and blue faithful. Tyler Cordner with his 8th goal of the season. Aldershot Town 2, Scunthorpe United 1.
First bit of quality from us this second half, and it's resulted in another goal. Like we said, we needed a good delivery, and it was a fast-paced, whipped head height. And if you hit Tyler Cordner's head, it's a good chance he's going to hit the target and give you a goal. That's a huge goal. Come on, the shots.
Tyler Cordner, if you hadn't won the Player of the Season, you're going to win it now.
If that keeps us up, I change my vote.
Excuse me, listeners. 83 minutes gone here. Aldershot Town 2, Scunthorpe 1.
Yeah. We have to keep our heads now. We can't slack now. Everything has to be on point. 10 more minutes probably with added time.
Yeah, 83 minutes 18 seconds have gone. We're going to focus on the action here. We'll keep an eye on what's going elsewhere, but now Aldershot have something. Here's the ball clipped over the top from Cordner, the goal scorer. A little bit too much adrenaline on it, and it's gone all the way through to Owen Foster. But the shots have another lead, a precious lead. Oh, Hutchinson shut down his man, picked the ball up inside the penalty area. Oh, and then he's had a heavy touch. It's the third time this afternoon that a shot striker has dispossessed a centre-back, but he couldn't get it down to get his effort. We're going to update our radio listeners now. We have liftoff here at the EBB in the 83rd minute. Aldershot Town, who'd had very little momentum, won a free kick on the goal line, just outside the area. They score, but here might have another chance. Here's Jack Barham inside the penalty area, and he drives his shot just over the bar. But 2 minutes ago, Joe, Aldershot had that free kick, and Ollie Harfield yet again supplying the ammunition for yet again Tyler Cordner, who buried his header from 3 yards out at the East Bank end, and the whole of the outfield side celebrating in front of the East Bank. The shots are ahead. They've got 5.5 minutes to hold on or increase that lead. They need to win. They are winning. It is 2-1. 5 minutes to go plus added, Joe. 2-1 shots. Kenlock wins the header up towards Barham, who looks to flick it on. Cordner looking to get on the bits and pieces. He's charging around like a bull in midfield there. Ball forward from Scunthorpe is cut out, and Shrimpton picks up on it. His ball, though, should be cut out by Harfield if he touches it at all. He does. He clears it now up towards Barham. He takes it on his chest, and then he's fouled. Pushed from behind by Regan Ogle, who's a very uncompromising fullback, isn't he? He's a proper northern fullback, isn't he? Just literally, he's played a really good game today, actually, Regan Ogle.
You could see as the ball popped up, he was all or nothing, wasn't he? He was going to get the ball on the man, and he did take the man.
Shot so close to a precious win. Widrington so close to his first win. Aldershot so close to their first win at home since the 4th of February in the National League. That was a win against Dorking, who are winning 3-2 against Altrincham. Torquay, I think, are still ahead against York, 3-1 when we last looked. Foul by Tavern Camden on the edge of the final third. It'll be a free kick to Scunthorpe inside their own half. Football.
Yeovil got it back to 2-2, so if they get another goal, they make it a little bit more interesting for themselves.
Yep, Yeovil not completely out of it. Yeovil back to 2-2. My right-hand man, Tyler Frost, this afternoon, who's done excellently well. Should be pointed out that Aldershot Town are unbeaten when he's in commentary. They've a draw so far, and they are 1.5 minutes plus added away from a win. Yellow card shown. I don't know if it was to Campbell or for somebody in the arguments that ensued for Scunthorpe. We'll keep an eye on the app for that one, but Owen Foster takes the free kick. Kenlock beats his man to it, but Scunthorpe come again. Kenlock puts his foot through it again.
Great.
Barham in a foot race with Richards Everton, who's got 3 or 4 yards on him. Goes back to Foster, who skews his clearance up in the air. Boyce can't keep it in.
Yeah, that's that energy from Jack, even in the 87th minute on the halfway line. Pass back to the goalie, chasing it down, charging it down. It's excellent. A
reminder, Tyler, that you get to pick the BBC man of the match for Aldershot Town today. Start thinking about that.
Yep.
We'll probably have quite a few minutes added time, so you don't need to go too early on that one. Harfield lifts the ball forward. Barham battles away again despite his diminutive frame. Claims the throw, not given. Ogle has got it. Ogle with a long throw down the line. Kenlock knocks it down. Harfield lifts it over the top. Boyce chests it down. Campbell comes in. Ball's played forward. Throw, a free kick given to Aldershot inside their own half, just inside. Cordner somewhat
teasing him.
Yeah, somewhat.
I think he's just grabbing all of his shirt.
Yeah, I'm
constantly.
trying to think of the word. Yeah, annoyingly, for want of a better word, just pats the shoulder of Richie Bennett, who shrugs him off. Aldershot get the free kick, but Cordner just needs to calm it down. So, yeah, I'm just not getting the latest scores. My data's playing up yet again. So keep us posted as you can. But ball forward from shots from the free kick is missed by everybody, including Ogle and Barham, and it goes straight out of play for a goal kick. And that is not the best free kick Aldershot have taken today, Tyler, by a long time.
No.
By a long way. Hit it hard and low, says Rob. Aldershot do the opposite. Goal. Mega. Well pointed out there. Brilliant, Lucas. And to be fair, Cordner's your one man you'd bank to win it in the air.
If you put it in an area where he can get to it, you've got a chance.
And I think he might have been marked by Bennett, who's a big lad too. But you would have said, wouldn't you, that Bennett and Richards Everton out kind of points Cordner, doesn't it? But
Bennett picked up that knock. It could be affecting him. He's staying on the pitch. They got no subs, but still doesn't look comfortable.
Throw into Aldershot, who it was just delays because they're not taking it from the right place, and
it's a foul.
There's some activity away to our left. Barham can't control it. Ball is bouncing around in touch. It'll be a throw into Aldershot. It's scrappy, and for once, the situation being scrappy suits Aldershot Town.
Yeah. Right now, we want it to be slow.
Very, very few chances in the second half. Glover volleyed wide, and Cordner buried the header, and that is pretty much it. Ochieng blazed over the top. That's pretty much it, but Aldershot scored one of them crucially. Tarvin Campbell feels he's being fouled. Nothing's given. The ball's all the way back to Owen Foster in goal for Scunthorpe. Oh, Glover dives in and almost robs Leake of possession.
How much we got?
Leake throws himself down. We're going to have 6 added minutes. 6 added minutes.
About 15 minutes in 2 games.
Now.
Oh.
The clock has been restarted. Aldershot Town supporters, Scunthorpe supporters as well, of course. Heading for a point for much of this second half, but not able to hold on to that point. Something that will have probably frustrated them throughout the season, the Scunthorpe fans, much as it has been with Aldershot, who've not been able to hold on to leads enough. Here's Campbell holding the ball up, and a foul is given against him. Free kick to Scunthorpe, right down by their own corner flag. It's difficult to imagine what Campbell could have done to foul there, shielding the ball. I can only think maybe he's used his elbow or something, but nevertheless, the clock ticks on. We're almost a minute now through.
York have got one back, 3-2, so that'll make for they're in the 89th minute, so that'll make for a good 5 minutes.
Torquay 3, York 2. If York can get an equaliser on full time, it would be a really good day for the Shots. As it is, all they're going to do with a win is hold on to the 2-point gap they've got to safety. But it could have been, and it was heading for being, a lot worse, because Scunthorpe, levelling on 49 minutes, still clung on to that point until the 83rd minute. There's some instructions just being passed amongst the stewards here, and I think I know what it is about. I've heard that there will be a protest again for the chairman to get out, as it were. And all I'd say to that is, by all means, have your protest, but who else have you got up your sleeve to come in? You know, I think Shahid Azim has always said if somebody comes on with the best interests of the heart and puts the right money up, that he'd consider it. But you know,
I stick to the football side.
Absolutely, you stick to that, and we will until the final whistle goes. But it's a long throw to Scunthorpe, level with the edge of the penalty area. In it comes to the heart of the penalty area. Corey Jordan rises highest and clears, but Aldershot can't get onto the loose ball. And we've got 4 of the 6 minutes left. Widdrington says, come on, bring them up, get out. The ball's back with the keeper, played out to Ogle. Ogle clips through the middle. Richard Everton's forward. Oh, poor touch. Cameron Wilson's got it inside the penalty area and squares it across the goal, and it trickles past the post. And I can't speak, Tyler, tell the listeners about that.
Oh my God. It was just a little clip from the halfway line there. Striker flicks it on and Hadji went to clear it and didn't do the best with it, and he slipped in and then agonisingly just past post in the Shot's favour, thankfully. Wow.
Sorry listeners, thank you Tyler for picking up. I've got a very dry throat. Those that know me will know why that is. We're in the 93rd minute of 96, and it's Aldershot Town 2, Scunthorpe United 1. Ashby Hammond kicks, huge kick, bounces once and it's in touch, and Widdrington again, he's going to wear those trousers out. He's smashed his hands into his pocket, you know, on the outside of his pocket so many times today. Ball's thrown down the touchline. Corey Jordan wins the header against Bennett. He gets it off Bennett's head. It's Aldershot's throw. We've got
my heart's
2
still
minutes
racing from
and
that
38
moment.
seconds. Sorry, Tyler.
My heart's still racing from that moment. It's, you know, moments like that, they're so important to this.
Honestly, my throat
battle.
dried up as Cameron Wilson got inside the penalty area and dragged his shot across goal. And I would say it's rolled past the post by no more than 8 or 10 inches. I mean, I think we always felt that it at best was going to hit the post and come out, but there you go. Shots 2, Scunthorpe 1, and we've got just over 2 minutes left here at the EBB. The Shots heading for a precious 3 points at the EBB Stadium for the first time since the 4th of February when they beat Dorking. Head tennis in the centre of the pitch. Good battling from Jake Hutchinson, who's done exactly that since he's come on. Scunthorpe spread it out to the right-hand side. Regan Ogle picks it up and plays the ball up to Feeney. Hi lads, would you just mind moving back a few yards for us? And your mate there as well. Cheers, thanks ever so much. Just so we can get a clear view. Ball over the top, and McCoyd's there, leaves it for Haji Minoga, who clears it forward. Off the ball, McCoyd has just been pulled down by Cameron Wilson. Young lad in an Aldershot strip gives the ball back to Regan Ogle, who sends it down the line. Bennett heads it back into play to Cameron Wilson. Wilson gets it under control at the second attempt, back to Ogle. Cross comes in, come and get it Ashby Hammond, he's got it! He's got it and he's caught the ball, and I don't think I've ever been so excited to see a goalkeeper rise and catch a ball, and that's because we have 1 minute and 3 seconds, a minimum, to be added on. Shots 2, Scunthorpe 1. Am I going to get a rare match prediction score right with BBC Radio Surrey?
Oldham game is finished 1-0, so Maidenhead are only 1 point ahead of us as it
Maidenhead, 1 game less to play, only 1 point ahead of shots. Ball there bounces, and Barham's fouled on the edge of the penalty area, and Aldershot should now be able to see out the remaining seconds of this match in the opposition's half of the pitch. Barham's gone down, he's been proper scythed down. I think there'll be a yellow card shown, and I can't quite see who it's being shown to. It could be Boyce.
Yeah.
Most likely Boyce. Barham's being helped to his feet.
He's been excellent today. Like, he hasn't maybe had his glory in front of goal. He's had a few shots that haven't, but his work rate, his ethic, chasing down centre halves, relentlessly chasing the goalkeeper down as well. It can't go unnoticed. And you know, a moment like that could be the end of the game here.
It could be. Aldershot really should either keep possession or get an effort in on target from the free kick. It's one occasion where you could forgive them not shooting from the free kick.
I think typically you've got to try and find maybe Tav or Jake, someone like that in the corner.
Okay, save your man of match for after the game.
Okay.
We'll see it through now and I'll sum it up and then we'll come back to you. Ryan Glover's the only person over the free kick. Tyler Cordner, though, may be taking a run up behind him. I would not rule it out. It's just left of centre. It's 30 yards out. Will Glover clip it? Will he pass it back? Will Cordner run forward and smash it? Shots 2, Scunthorpe 1, and the ball is smashed out of play. And there is, come on, the final whistle. The Shots have claimed 3 points here at the EBB, and my goodness me, they needed them. An 83rd minute goal from who else but Tyler Cordner has sealed the deal, and here with his summing up at full time and his Aldershot Town man of the match is Tyler Frost.
Oh, what a result. Finally 3 points for the new manager in a long time at home. Hopefully get the fans behind us for the last 3 games, but I think the man of the match has to go to the match winner, Tyler Cordner. I think he was solid in the first half at the back. He then stepped into midfield, and I think he did a good enough job in there to say he had a good game, and then getting the winner. I think, you know, I said at half time about Hadji and Tyler was close second, you know, but in that moment, if that keeps us up in this league, he'll go down as my player of the season.
I think the reason Aldershot got the game won today was they found a couple of moments of quality. And in terms of a man of the match, I concur. The official man of the match is Tyler Cordner, but it was a team effort. Huge contributions from Barham and from Campbell battling away up top. Harfield immense. Again, Glover never stopped trying. Jake Hutchinson coming off the bench played his part, a little bit out of position as well. Very shortly, Tyler, we'll let you go and join your teammates and congratulate them. Any final words from you as you've commentated on 4 points out of 6 at the EBB? Well done.
No, I'm chuffed for the lads. I'm so happy. That was a massive 3 points. You know, I didn't want to underplay it, but that was a huge 3 points. Before the game, it was a must win, a must 3 points, and
it's ended. Torquay 3, York 2.
Okay.
So we'll take the small positive from that York are now in this relegation fight.
We have to go to York ourselves. We have
to
go to York ourselves. At the end of the day, I think you want it to be in your hands. We have to go to York, and you'd much rather that than have to go to the last 3 games being Wrexham, Notts County and Barnet, say, teams up that end. Teams that you can beat and make a difference, and you know it's all in your hands. You beat them, you give yourself the best chance. And no, it's going to come down to the wire, it really is.
Yeah,
and
it's positive from the performance, and positive in the first half, positive from the win, positive, like 3 points. Other teams are now being dragged into it, and we're 1 game nearer the end of the season. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, but it feels like it right now.
Another positive, we haven't lost under this manager. You've got to take the positives. He will see it as I've not been beaten yet, and no matter where we go, you know, Tuesday at Wilstone, he'll say I've not lost yet, I don't want to lose. And the mentality has to be we're not losing. And you know, maybe today the performance in the second half wasn't as good as the first half. We can all agree with that, but like I said in the first half, we'd rather get 3 points and it be ugly than play well and not come away with 3 points or even a point.
Tyler, we hopefully see you Tuesday or Saturday back in the lineup, or back in the squad. Thanks for joining us. Go and join your teammates, mate, and have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. Cheers for having me again.
Cheers,
come
Tyler.
on, you shots.
Well done, Tyler Frost. Excellent contribution from him this afternoon. What a comeback from Chesterfield. 3 Eastleigh 2 with the final score. Another defeat for Chesterfield there. Southend 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. And elsewhere, we know that Torquay have beaten York City by 3-2, but York and Maidenhead are now back in the relegation fight. Dorking, I believe, are 3-2 up still against Altrincham, but I have had some issues with my data. The scores coming through in fits and starts. All the best, mate. Take care. Thank you very much for your interactions. Bryn Lucas, thanks for listening in. Appreciate your words. And Colin in Tenerife says, what a great result. Well done the shots. Thanks, Rob and Tyler, for your excellent commentary. And as the excitement levels finally die down a little bit, and there doesn't seem to be any evidence at the moment of the Azim out protest that was planned. Aldershot have done their talking on the pitch this afternoon. Tyler Cordner yet again with the goal for shots, his 8th goal of the season now. In all competitions he levels with Justin Amaluza as the joint top scorer left at the club. Tommy Widrington and Jimmy Dean deep in conversation on the touchline. Interesting to see Widrington hasn't gone in at this point to join his teammates. Widrington still on the touchline with Jimmy Dean. Interesting that. Don't know whether they're just having a little couple of minutes to compose themselves before they go and give their team talks, but nevertheless I think World and his dog will want to talk to Mr. Tyler Cordner today. If you could get him for us, Sam, that would be great. All right, how you doing? Still on air as well, so you want to talk or not? Sorry, what was your name again? Tyler. Oh, I met you once before, didn't I? Brilliant. Man of the match again. Oh, brilliant. Here, come here. Yeah. Come and have a word. I've got Tyler Cordner's dad here. I did meet up at Altrincham when he played for England C. I'm so sorry I didn't recognise you. It's just the one time we met, isn't it? And it was dark.
Of course,
but
yeah.
Your boy's done it again. I mean, most importantly, what's your first name? Steve Cordner. Most importantly, the boys have got the win, I know, but to see your boy get up there and head home the winner, you must be proud.
I am very proud, but as I say, it's more about getting that point. It's vital, isn't it? You know, obviously for the clause of staying up, we've got to, you know, regardless of whether it's my son or anything else, that was a must-win today. And they've gone out there and done it. And I thought defensively, Hadji, Corey was outstanding today. Number of man of match for me. But yeah, I thought it was brilliant performance. Battled.
Yeah, a really good first half performance. The second half, the performance wasn't as good, but most importantly, they found a moment to be clinical.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I thought the first half, I thought Scunthorpe were there for the taking, and they didn't capitalise on that. They made it a little bit more difficult the second half. but they you know, they got there in the end. They got over the line, didn't they? So 3 more points on the board is what we need.
And a word for the Shots fans, you know, sort of Tyler has said how much he loves it here. He's signed on for next season. And if anybody wants him, they're going to have to stump up a fair amount of money, aren't they?
Well, you know, it's not even go there. He's a shots player. He loves it here. He's been welcomed from day one. Unbelievable the way the fans and everyone at the club have sort of embraced him. But I think he's given his all, like a lot of players. You know, not just Tyler. I think there's a lot of players there that have really shone this year. For me, anyway, our first season here with Tyler as a dad watching. But I think there's a lot of players that have done
brilliant stuff, Stephen. And I've got to break off to do my final report.
Thanks,
Good to see you.
Cheers, Rob.
Take care. On air, about to. Yes, they got it done in the end. It's finished Aldershot Town 2, Scunthorpe 1, and a rare correct prediction for me, Joe. But most importantly, they found that moment of quality in the 83rd minute. Tyler Cordner with the goal, his 8th goal of the season. He's the joint top scorer left at the club now. What a crucial moment it was, and how he and the rest of his team and the supporters enjoyed celebrating in front of the East Bank. It's a crucial 3 points because Torquay below them have won against York 3-2. It means that York and Maidenhead are now dragged in to the relegation race at the end of the season to avoid that final 4th bottom position. And just a recap from the first half, really, that the Shots got themselves ahead relatively early on with that 37th minute goal from Jack Barham having his shot blocked, and Tavern Campbell following up his own effort to smash it home. Scunthorpe got level on 49 minutes, and then Tyler Cordner stepped up in the 83rd minute to bury that header home. I'm sure you can understand that emotions are running very, very high here at this ground at the moment following the game. Apologies for my brief lack of composure there. Final scoreline here, Scunthorpe have lost 2-1 to the Shots.